Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Blimey, man, we're 50 in already on the old,
Straight off the bat.
people joining in. First and foremost, welcome everybody. Getting close to the National Koi Show. We're smashing it out at work, which is really good. Quite high hopes. I have selected what I think is the best auction fish that we've done so far today. I've been sharing them up on Facebook. There's a couple that are really going to grab people's attention, I think. I've made a few changes, but we'll cover that a little later on. As always, we're just going to have a few minutes just to catch up with people, mention a few people that's in the chat, and then we'll have a chat, Gaz.
Yep, sounds good to me, mate.
First things first, where's your logo top?
My logo top is upstairs.
Mate, bad news. Jigs is in.
I got told last time I wore it. Somebody turned around and said, "You always wear that top." So I haven't worn it since.
Have you not?
I haven't. No.
I've got a little dent in my microphone. If I have it that
Oh,
way,
did you do? You drop it?
Yeah, well, if I have it that way,
Let's bring this one without a dent into shot then.
Humber's in the house. Well, in Humber, good to see you, mate. Bubbles, as always supporting everyone. Andy, even Angie. Right, so I've literally got mouth like flip flop. So just bear with me. Gwen Gamble's in. Gaz is obviously here. Oh, they're all filling up now. Quite a few now. Andy Smith, Koi Events is in. Has got a web page. I think it's a web page that outlines all the shows and all the growing shows and all that sort of stuff. So if you're ever unsure, guys, check his page out. Marcus is also in the house. Nice profile picture, that, mate. Carp Leicester, Fred. Well, along Fred. To those people that don't know Fred, I've done a YouTube video on his pond a couple of months ago or weeks ago. And I'll tell you what, man, he's had about 3,500 views. So people are loving it. Well in, Fred. Obviously, amongst alls, new name in the house, Ray. Evening, lovely Koi people. Evening to you. Louis Tree Care, Shane was in earlier. He was eyeing up the stuff that we got going on tonight as well. And while we're on that, I'm going to hold back a little bit because at 58, we'll look around probably 10 minutes to start doing the fish, just so we've got people in. How's your week been? I've got a leak on my pond at the minute, so I'm sitting here sweating. It's
seriously?
Boots. Yes, well, I've got the missus on watch, so she's got to sit there and watch it.
Is it pipe work or is it?
I know what it is, mate. I cleaned it out yesterday morning about 5 o'clock, and I drained the whole nexus down, and I turned all the valves off to the return to my pond to stop it washing back into the nexus. And then when I then filled it up from the bottom drain, I put the pump on, but I hadn't opened any of the returns, so the pump was pushing like fuck, nowhere to go. But I thought that was all right. But the missus like, you got a leak. I said, no good telling me at 6:25. So I should.
Mine were doing. I did the same thing, mate. I blew the sliding gate valve. I only switched it on once, and I heard it go. I thought, ooh, what was that? And then next time I took a pump off to do a bit quick clean out and service, it was peeing out of it, mate. Absolutely peeing out of it. Good evening, bud. Good evening, all.
Mark. So Mark come down. He won one of the fish on the last auction. He come down all the way from Sheffield, and he was blown away by the shot. Which is quite nice. He gave us a good bit of feedback. He did it on YouTube. I took a screenshot, Mark. Let me know if you don't mind me sharing it on my other social media sites, mate, because it's always good. Okay. Jess, just so you know, mate, for the chat, obviously feel free to do that, but I'd rather keep the chat as clean as possible. And I don't mean like dirty jokes I'm on about, so we can roll with the auction. Right, let's have a look. Sorry. What have you been up to?
Me, just work, mate. Work and stressing a bit, but
well,
just been got me blood test done today, mate. So we're just got to wait for the results and see what crap is. So,
mate, we all have to go through it, dude. Right, let's forget all that shit. Let's look at what we all
let's just sell some
what
fish.
we all look at. Right, let me see if this works. Right, I've got us going up there.
Look
Little,
at that.
got us going over there.
Yeah.
Got us just there.
Yeah.
And look, it's a little split.
And parted.
Yeah, like Moses. Right, let's go up here.
Oh, look at that. It's different again.
Right. Just a quick look at what we've got coming up, guys. All right. Very quickly, we got a Ginrin Benagoi, or people would argue that's an Akahajaro, and that, whatever it is, it's a nice fish. Really nice fish. Little Benny Kiko.
Yeah, I like that, mate. It's nice.
Yeah, so
my favourites, you know, Benny Kiko.
I think they're
dragons.
Oh mate, I think that they're a little undervalued by some
Yeah,
people.
me too.
Fat Shisui from Kawakami, I can't remember now, Ikarashi. And the Chiba, quite a lump. Nice little lemon arawaki that's got a body to die for. Little key at Sori, because people have been asking. Little Tancho, we'll cover that later. A bigger lemon harawaki. Quite a standout piece in the pond, actually.
Yeah, I like that, mate. That's nice. That
really nice looking. Little banging. I think that people might, if people don't fight over this, mate, I'm gonna sack myself. If I'm honest. Snowasagi, because people have been asking for them. It's the only one I've got in the shop, and to get them at this size is really hard. A little Kahaku, but I'll save the best part of that till later. Banging Goshki from Kawakami.
Gosh, yeah, it's nice that. And this is a clonker.
A bit of a larger Sankey.
Mate, the scalation on that is mint.
I'll talk about that later, but that is just immense. And a little closer to that. Look. Ooh.
Yeah, Mike, wow. 100%. That is a wow, isn't it?
It actually should have been a bit further back, but for some reason it zooms it in. And a bit of a showstopper at the end. We've got a nice Omasako Shiro at Sori. I think that needs to grace one of people's ponds. So
that's nice as well, mate. Is that what size is that?
We'll cover it all later.
Oh,
it's I don't want to take up too much. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 fish. However, let me just come back. Right, I've got to go up there, and I've got to come down here, and then I've got to push that one to make us big again. That's really clever, isn't it?
Can we pass
right.
it?
Couple of rules. We're nearly at 100 people in the chat. Banging, thank you. I haven't. Let me put the chats on. Is there a way that you can have controls as well, Gaz? There's got to be, hasn't there?
Well, for me to be, I can see the comments.
Yeah, but so sometimes you could do the little bits at the bottom and that.
I don't know.
I don't know. You'll have to look into that.
I shall Google.
Some subbers, right? I tell you now, I'm taking some to the show. Come and see us. Good mix, at least 4 or 5 I like. Yeah, I like all 15, mate. Right, the way we're going to do it tonight, right? I'm sacking off the £2.50 increment bids. Some of you may boo about that. Just looking back at how things work, the £2.50 increment bits are good, but they actually drag it out a little bit. And reviewing other people's work on YouTube recently, £5-pounders tend to move it along, which means that actually that will work better for us because it means we should be able to get more fish through in the same allotted time. All right, so we're going to move them by £5 increment bids. I will have a timer on it, but like always, I'm not going to change this. If there are people interested in a fish and they're battling it out, you will get 1 minute to respond once I call the time on it. So if you put a bid in, you will get another 1 minute to put another bid in. When that bid comes in, I'll start another 1 minute timer. And the reason for that is I don't want everyone waiting until the end just to put their money down. You know, it's, you know, not only that, but I've seen people when that happens, they miss out, and you know, it's a bit of a shame. I'd rather the person that pays the most, that wants it the most, takes it. You know, I've got an apology to make. Last week, most people wanted their fish going out yesterday to receive on a Tuesday. We are unfortunately governed by DX, and we've only got one driver in our area. He was not in work yesterday, so therefore none of the fish could go out. But I do know the staff have called everyone to let them know, and everyone's more than flexible, which I'm really happy with. So I'll apologise as that's happened. It's out of our control, guys. It happens, and to be honest, they do it quite often. But when people have to sign for it, we have to then obviously make arrangements. But should we get into it?
Let's go.
Oh, that was such a shitty YouTubey thing to say, weren't it? Let's get into it.
I did the other one and all said, let's go.
Right. Tickers on at the bottom. Starting bids on this little baby is £50. Okay. Increments of £5, please, guys.
It's got some good body about it, mate, hasn't it?
Little toes eye, 21 centimeters from Sakazumi. Picked when I was in Japan in February. He does a banging load of ponds. And I bought a few of these from I've done a nice pond actually with some Parachina and some Benigoi, white and orange in the same pond. Look absolutely fantastic. This one, though, stood out. He's probably got the best body in the pond because we all like a bit of body. Well, I certainly do. The Ginrin on it is, you know, you can see there full all the way from the back of the head all the way into the tail. Lovely clean head. And
a lot of shimmy inside, mate.
There you go. Thank you, mate. That's what I was looking at. So, you know, £50, guys. No reserve on this one. There is on others tonight, but not this one. Who's going to give me £50 to start us off? If I don't see anything, I'll move it on. We've got plenty to get through.
If everybody wants to dine each, you're full of shimmies and white patches everywhere, let me know. You can have it too. Well, there we go. Mark straight in with £100.
Thank you, Mark. That's a very good bid, mate, to kick it off. All right, people will moan at that. Well, I'm not bothered because if you want it, grab it by the horns, mate. You've got to be prepared to do that. £100 then to Mark. Single colour fish, Ginrin. For those people that don't know, these fish do get big. They pile the food down, and they look, as they get bigger, they look even more better. Is that good English? Even more better.
I think the word you're looking for is betterer.
Betterer. Yeah. So they get. I personally think as they body out and their skull starts to form into more of an adult type, I think that they look absolutely exceptional. So
I do, mate. I think a nice good Benigoi when you see him coming up, rising up for food, they're just popping, especially with the Ginrin on them. Ginrin's been probably my favourite style of Wagoi. I prefer them with a bit of Ginrin myself.
Yep, you know, me too, mate. I mean, we've got both in the shop. For those people that haven't been to our store, 54 sales ponds. Get yourself down to have a look. Got somebody else just joining us, so let's see how this goes. Good evening, Lee.
Good
Hello.
Tafaguchi in the house. Have you seen any of the fish yet?
No, what fish?
Do you not follow my Facebook?
I do follow your Facebook. Ooh. I think I might have seen an Akamatsuba.
Ooh, you might have done. So any advances, £105, guys. Nice Benigoi from Sakazumi.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to put my iPad back on. It's bigger than this. I can't see this one. 1 second.
Okay, love you.
Love you.
Right, what have I got to do here to change that? Let's do that. No, he's in the. He's coming back on this.
No, he has to disconnect that one to bring his other one in anyway, doesn't he? So
no, £105, guys. banging Benigoi. Promise you, it will deliver. Throw the food down. I was lucky to actually get these from Sakazumi, if I'm honest. It was.
What do they call it, Krafty, when it's got the white in its pecs and its tail?
Right. So we could argue the fact that this is actually an Aka Hijaro.
That's the one.
But you know, most people see him as a Benigoi. You know, it's just the white in the fins, and I could argue myself that it's an Aka Hijaro. What I will say is we have got. Well, I've just sold it actually. It's still at the store, but a huge one that featured in one of the magazines. That sold on at the weekend, and it looks fantastic when it gets to quite a size. But
I like them. I prefer them like that. Me purposely picked my Benigoi when I got it to have that, and then yeah.
Right, so that's a 1 minute warning, guys. There's no point. They don't look like there's any more interest.
That's
got 14 other fish to get through. So, clock, stopwatch, starting the stopwatch.
That's it.
Can you hear the cockerel?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
noisy. Is what he is.
Might go and strangle it. Oh,
If she's I can put it in the oven for Sunday dinner.
the thing is, man, we've all got our interests, and that and you can't have chickens without a cockerel, mate. It's just
Even
good how they
do,
pin. It's just, mate, they just jump on the women the whole time.
Yeah, even when you do though, you'll end up with a dominant female that'll still try to crow. So you'll end up with one of them that'll step up to be instead.
Right, Colin spent a couple of hours with me this afternoon. I know what he's got his eyes on, or I think I do. Right.
Colin's been secret.
Mate, it's there for everyone. I do it all transparently. So well done, Mark. That's yours, my friend.
£100.
Oh,
Bargain, Mark. That's way less than what we paid for our really good ones.
Right. I'm just gonna. I need to get this. Why is that falling off? Drive, just there. That one there. Auction details open. Not working. No, it is not. Right. So anyway, I know that is. I can always look back if I need to. So well done, Mark. Thank you very much, mate. It's you won't be disappointed. As you know, you was down the shop at the weekend, so you obviously got an idea what we've done. So we are moving straight on. It's this one. I'll tell you what I've done, mate. I've done it so we can get through them right quick.
This is nice, mate.
So commas up north, koi ponds in the house. Don't strangle your cockerel on live. No, I won't, mate. I won't do that. So 75 quid. Mike Sullivan straight in with 100 quid. Right. So, you know, from Marasaka, Benny Kiko, it is only a small Nisai, but only just in. Hang on a sec. Lee's just messaged me. Bear with me. Koi to Messenger. I'll be a bit about send that link again to Messenger.
Okay. Not everyone.
Invite there. Bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to get Mr. Hadfield in the house.
I do like these. Me and Daz has spawned a lot of these this year to see if we can get some combinations.
Yeah, they're right. So the thing is, in our waters over here, what you've got to control is what I call a gunmetal sort of grey that sits in the background on the skin.
Yeah, which sits all underneath and stop it from coming. That's what Daz has got, one that goes right up all the way through body. But yeah.
But
am I right in thinking the Benikikikuru has like a light phase and a dark phase, the same as the Beniginga? I'm pretty sure they do.
Mate. Here he is.
Sorry, guys. I can't like the iPad now.
Yeah, so keeping the gunmetal grey is what you need to do. Softer water will help you do that.
Simon, bag the 110 there, mate.
What's really nice about this fish for the type that it is, a good balance of Benny through it. The zipper down the back is nice, full, dark with white, a white inset, which really helps separate the scale. But what I like about it is how it sits in the water, mate. Its body, big head, sits there, mate. The fins
Nice
look fantastic. The dorsal fin looks fantastic, and the pecs, tail fin, metallic, exactly what you need to see.
Yeah, that's what I like to see about when they come up feeding and they're giving it this with pecs, and you can see that metallic luster in them. I love that. 120 from Mike there as well.
What do you reckon, Lee? I don't hear you talk about these much, dude.
But I don't know much about them, mate, to be honest. It's not a variety I've really studied or really got into. I appreciate them, but I like to thoroughly go through a variety at a time, and I'm sure by the time I'm 90, I know most things about most varieties. But at the moment, it's not something many of them has passed before my eye in Japan, and this looks like a lovely example of whatever it is. It's a nice fish. Yeah. It's definitely not sitting in the water though, Ant. I'm not going to lie. I've never seen a fish sit. It's swimming gracefully.
Mate, it sits in the water. It's how a fish sits in the water.
Yeah, no, it is a nice fish, yeah.
Mate,
nice little zipper. I like the peck fins. Are quite nice. Yeah. Well, they're very nice. Not quite nice. They're very nice.
So, why that's there, mate? I'm just gonna give you a couple of fish that we've got up today. So I think you might like this one.
Oh yeah, that's lovely.
Okay, I think you might like this one.
Oh yeah.
I think you might like this one.
Sexy times.
I think you might like this
125
one.
From Simon for the bidding fish.
There, I know a little bit about those varieties.
So we I said to the guys, I think tonight I've got the best amount of fish that I've ever had on. So Simon's back in at 125. £5 increment bids. Mike's straight back in. We'll call that 130, mate, because it's.
Oh, this is from Marasaka. Okay, I can actually remember that trip to Marasaka. If you can remember that. Krafty.
Yeah, mate, I love that trip up there, mate. I spent quite a lot of time up there.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
can actually vividly remember the exact day that you selected through the fish.
Is Marasaka's koi house that one that looks like it's all crooked on the hill?
Yeah, and we go down the back of it, and it was snowing there. And if you were there, I put a sticker on the back of his K truck, and he pulled it off for a laugh.
Yes, I remember now. Yeah,
he's got a scar. He's got a scar down his chin there.
Yeah,
there's two brothers. That's the older brother with the scar, and then there's another brother that's all fresh face and sexy.
Well, I'll tell you what, mate. I'm making a little montage.
Oh yeah, sorry to cut you off as well. So this is the Tozai house was the little crooked one on the hill, and then his Nisai house and stuff is a little bit away from that, and it's right by this house. One side of the road, he's got the koi house up on the hill, and he's got two bulls. One of the bulls hit me in the bone there. Remember?
Yes, I do remember.
I tried to smooth it or put my sticker on his horn, and his horn, like, literally, it went like that, and it smacked me right on that bone, and it sounded like two bits of bloody oak hitting together. Mate, it really hurt me, honestly. I was like, oh, you bastard.
He said, mate, such a wuss. I went.
No, that really hurt me.
Yeah, but after you'd done that, mate, I went and rid it.
Yeah.
Jumped on its back. But right. So what? I'll tell you what, mate. It's just trying to remember the koi houses, right? I'm making a montage video that's going to drop probably next week of the trip to Japan in February. And I actually went onto the geolocations of the videos and photos on Apple, and then I zoomed out, mate, and it literally shows you everywhere that you go. I could not believe everywhere that you go, because it like merges into one when you're over there. It's so busy. But I'm going to put a 1 minute timer on this because we've got a few fish to go through. So that started. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that. Actually, it was quite a nice.
Marasaka, the older brother, I don't know, I can't remember his first name, but he was the social media. He was like the cameraman for the Shinkokai Facebook page in the Koi show when me and Ryan was there.
It's a nice guy. 30 seconds. In that video, mate. Where did we bump into each other? Where that massive fish farm is that they've got like literally 1 million fish.
What does a fish farm look like?
You literally lots of ponds at different levels, but if you wanted like a 1 meter chag, there's about 50 of them.
Oh, you want about Marihiro?
No, it's not Marihiro. It's
Marasai.
Yeah, Marasai.
It looks like an abandoned warehouse with planks of wood everywhere.
Yeah, that's sold to Mike. Yeah, that's the one, mate.
Marasai. Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Congratulations.
Well, you got Marasai, and then that's Marasai Junior, and then you got Marasai Senior, which is a little bit away, but like again, it's still it's a health hazard.
Well, I've got a video of you getting your backside out in that place.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
You've purposely done it.
Why don't we show everyone?
Part of the montage.
I haven't seen that video.
Yeah, so it'll be in the video. Anyone that wants to see Lee's backside, it'll be in the video anyway.
Cool.
He should know not to do it to me. So
but I've been naked in every koi house in Ojiya, Nagaoka, and most of them down south now.
there we go then, guys. So third lot of tonight, Ikarashi Shisui, 29 cm. This is Tozai, starting bid of £100. For a Shisui, it is absolutely full of colour. I really like the head pattern on this. I think it looks like war paint, if I'm honest. Real nice thick zipper from the whole way down. Really nice. Let's face it, Deutsche Sagi, mate, are a Marmite fish. Some people love them, some people hate them. But getting hold of one that is going to grow well, you only need to look. And these fish, for Deutsch fish, get really big. I've got one in my pond. I'd say it's probably 72 cm now. Real big fish. Being able to get one that's got the whole colour down the back without any breaks is quite hard. So this is why this one's picked out by me. On top of that, the body has got all the elements that I would expect for this fish to get to a real decent size in the right pond. So £100 is all I'm asking.
It looks bigger than 29 cm, that, doesn't it?
And that's because of the body shape, guys. I mean, you only have to look at how wide they are on the shoulders.
Simon's in there with 100 for you, mate.
Well done, Si. That's cracking bid, mate. I've got quite a few of these in the shop. This is a standout piece for me. One of 5. Real nice piece. Lee, Shisui?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Shisui, mate, to be honest. I've never owned one, but I'm a big fan of them. Yeah, that's a nice fish. It's a very interesting pattern on the head. It's got a bit of character towards
the head pattern doesn't it? Makes it a bit different, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely got character. It's nice fish. It's cool. I like it a lot.
I love
Nikarashi-san, he's a good bloke.
He certainly is.
Not my favourite fish, to be fair, a Shisui.
I think they're underappreciated, guys. When you see a good example that gets big,
yeah, exactly, mate. When you see them at a decent size, they do look a grand fish, don't they?
They do.
I think it's because the lot of them that I've had or seen in the past, and the one that my dad has got in his pond, it's the old, the old style, which is real dark royal blue. And to be fair, it's a nice fish, but
I mean, to be fair, mate, some Shisui, a lot of people in the shop go for the blue, right? Yeah. But in hindsight, there's not many that will stay blue.
Exactly.
It's got to be so deep inset into their skin, right? It will eventually go white because it's young. There are some that are true blues, but
few and far between, aren't they?
It's also a coin flip, mate. You can't predict what it's going to do. You can have an educated guess, but there's still no guarantees on it. So they are a coin flip. But actually, what you want in a Shisui is colour. rather than, a blue pattern all the way down the back, which is what people tend to go for. But there's not much movement in this. And if I'm honest, I didn't think there would be. And that's because of the type of fish they are. But if he gets this fish for £100,
that's a steal.
I think someone I can see, Simon, has bid 125. So I don't know if that's come up with you guys yet, but
right, you might be a little bit behind, Lee. Is that
that's
54?
That's the last bit. That's last.
Oh,
fish.
is it? Oh, I might. Well, no, I'm not. I've got my phone next to me, so I can read the.
So you'll be a little bit behind.
Oh, right. Okay.
On your phone, Lee.
Sorry, Dave, I just thought you missed it. That's all.
So basically, for those people that say, "Oh, there's lag, etc.," there is lag, all right, but the lag is not. So when you type in, it will come to us, right? But we are broadcasting probably 5 to 30 seconds ahead of you. It then transmits out to the broadcast station and then goes out to all the users. All right. So you will always be a little bit behind us, but we will pick up the bids. That's sold to Simon Crofer for £100.
Simon's
well
just
done, mate.
The last
That
two.
is absolutely so far the steal of the night, which tends to be something I say a lot.
Is that the second fish so far?
That's the third, mate.
Oh,
Third
okay.
one.
But we're getting into the real fish.
Good
These
evening,
are just the warm-up ones to make us
Fabricant.
stretch off. Make us stretch off. But anybody that wins tonight, as we're going through these, there's a £25 delivery fee. Oh, Mr. Nishigoi. Very nice. There is a £25 delivery fee on top of the bid that you win on. There is nothing to add. What you display is what you have to pay, other than the delivery fee. You've also got the opportunity to.
Oh, hang on. I think wasn't it? I think any fish that gets sold tonight over £100 comes with a free pond bomb.
It's funny you should say that. We're out
right,
on bombs, mate. I do apologize. I spoke to Freddie in EA today. He come in today. We're talking about some new stuff that they've got in the market. But as New Forest put there, a good koi for £100. Couldn't agree more, mate. To be perfectly honest.
Well done, Ricky.
So.
Ricky knows a shisui when he sees one. Oh, by the way, guys, we were talking about that carp fishing weekend, the weekend after the national.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Oh God!
I've invited everyone to my house on the Sunday for a koi boot sale. So if anybody wants to come to my house in Wales on Sunday for Welsh cakes, cups of tea, and for a koi boot sale, you're more than welcome.
Okay, Shisui. Chibi Nisai from Marahiro. So this was one of the fish, Lee, when we went up on that little.
I can remember. He was up your ass. He loved you for some reason. I don't know whether you reminded me of a. You reminded him of a love child he once spawned. I don't know, but he loved you. Up on the mountain, 2 little bowls. Oh, this one, Krafty said. Oh, look at the face, Krafty said. And I was like that. He wants to bum him or something. I'm joking.
He's not, mate. He for some reason, I weren't there long, and he was like, "Come with us." And
to a secret location that I've never even been to. I was like, "Where's this?" But I passed that koi house loads of times, but I just didn't know it was his.
It's more like a greenhouse, wasn't it? It's only a tiny little one
on the corner of a bend, random on a road,
Okay, so people with Achiba, Nigel's banging. Well played, Nigel. Right, this fish. Let's just go over it. It has got a head pattern, but when we've shot this video, most of it is from top down. However, on the sides, it pinches in just up past the lip, so it's not a solid head. And actually, for the rule book, that actually counts as a patterned head. It's minutely saved. Okay. However, the pattern backwards is broken rather than a linear pattern that you tend to see more and more of now, which aren't actually true Achiba. The one thing other than the body, which we'll get to, that I really like with this fish is that when the water started to get warmer, my God, did that colour come. And it's so rich, it's unreal. Colder water, that's going to pull back. Some Achiba go almost transparent in that colour in cold water. I don't think this fish will go so light that it's hard to see. I might be wrong, but you will always see an Achiba pattern.
Yeah,
I'm smiling, Kevin. Don't worry. Kevin's just texted me saying, "Smile, Shag." I've had to work for a living today, but hey, as Achiba goes, it's got like a solid front down, isn't it, from the head down? But you can see that that's broken up towards the cheeks. You can see that, and it's actually got quite a nice. I don't know. It's not a Benny plate, is it? But it's got a nice color palette all the way through. And do you know what? I don't know much about Achiba. Are they meant to have like Motoguru? Because that one has, and I quite like it.
Yeah.
And it's got got a nice pattern all the way down. It's like a 3-step pattern, isn't it? Like, it's cool. I like it.
Again,
I actually do like Achiba. Like, I've seen some banging ones like lately.
Again, what I want people to do is look in 2-3 years' time. Because when you're buying koi, you should always look ahead rather than what's in the bowl. Unless you are a show person looking for a fish that's finished at a certain size, right? 98% of us are not show people. We appreciate a good quality koi, right? But look at the size of the head. Yeah. Look how wide that body is.
Nice and broad, isn't it?
Right. On top of that, the reticulation in the scale is excellent. Right, what you definitely need, and then picture that 4 times its size. All right, so you're into the 80
New Forest Koi
cm mark.
Yeah, but you've got to remember as well. That's not a Tozai. That's a Chibinisai. So it's got really
a good
nice
size for a Chibinisai.
Yeah, but it's got like in the right. Obviously, that's a Chibinisai because it's been like not necessarily kept off the food, but it's been kept cold in Mariheros. But it's going to retain a lot of the qualities. Like when you start pushing like younger fish, they get washed out. But that one, it looks like someone's going to buy that for like pretty much Tozai money, crazily. But you're actually buying a Nisai there, which is a very stable fish. So that's just going to grow, and and they will catch up because that Chibinis I've got from Sakazumi, I'm struggling to keep that size.
And they do. I've said this on the last,
but they'll retain. It'll retain all that colour because it's not. I think they can be pushed a little harder
in the area.
Yeah, that's right, mate. I mean, on top of that, again, you can see the development already. The fukurin is just starting to form between the scales.
The fukurin is fukurin fantastic.
It's not fuckerin. It's fukurin.
It's fukurin. It's fukurin fantastic.
Where they called it fuckerin. But again, imagine body on it, guys, and imagine it with more length, right?
Yeah.
Well,
every time I have a shower, I imagine myself with more length.
I bet you do, mate. I've started the timer.
That's why I only shower once a week, because it always smells big towards the end of the week then.
Come on, Nigel, for another $5.
Come on, you've got to beat Ricky. Don't let Ricky have that. He's got too many fish as it is.
He always steals them, mate. He knows what they're worth as well. That's what.
I know, that's it.
He's get some good steals off you over these last few weeks, hasn't he? That's some little belters.
Everyone has, mate, to be perfectly honest.
Oh.
There we go, Nigel. And now we need
Nigel's
quick response from New Forest.
Ricky's going to come straight in now. Ricky's going to come straight in with 105 because he wants a free pond bomb.
Mate, I tell you what, the amount of fish he's had off me for cheap, he should give me a free pond bomb.
No, he's going to have a free pond bomb, mate. You'll have to just order one from Cotswold Koi or something to send to him.
25 seconds gone, guys.
Nigel's on his mag burner. Trying to keep up with the
Come on, Ricky.
Mate, I always wanted a mag burner when I was little.
Yeah. What was the other
2-4.
one? Rally Griffin.
Rally,
yeah. I used to have a gold rally burner. You know, the gold one.
There we go. New Forest.
Oh, Ricky, one more fiver and you would have got a pond bomb. Pond bombs are about 10 quid anyway.
I had a BMX a mongoose with the gas filmed chambers and 5-spoke alloys on it. Oh,
One of my favourite bikes when I was a kid was a rally, a budgie. Budgie, you know, with the three little, like the smaller one for the
levers on it. Yeah,
it's awesome.
20 seconds gone.
Ooh.
Oh, come on, Nigel! Don't let Ricky have that.
Yeah, I lost my BMX in local canal trying to jump across it. I got it back out.
Like your ET.
2 hours to find it. Yeah, doing stupid stuff on it, mate.
Oh, was that? There we are. There we are. Jigs are saying, Lee, that was an ultra burner. It was when I was on it, pal. Trust me. 9 years old, like a gold BMX rally burner. Oh my god, I look like the dog's bollocks. Sold
to Rick to add to his collection. I might have to start charging you, mate, for pond space. He might as well have his own pond at my shop. The way that it's going.
He's got it now, hasn't he?
Well done, mate. Thank you very much for your support. Greatly appreciated.
Well done, Ricky.
The budgie was the castrator.
Yeah, it was. When you used to bang that, mate, you used to catch your gooch good, and you know, because at that age I didn't have any nuts. I don't think so. Yeah, it was just a sack catcher.
Okay, then let's go on with next koi.
What's next then?
Look at the body on this thing, mate.
Is that a lemon Arawaki?
That is a lovely little lemon Arawaki, boy.
Oh, there we are, mate. That was an absolute guess. I know it was yellow.
Mate. It's got a good body on it for a 23 cm fish.
Mate, it's a Tozai.
Tozai, clean as a whistle, lovely yellow pattern, beautiful clean fins, full zipper. Yeah. What's not to like? For a Deutz fish, the skin is fantastic on this fish. Absolutely banging. You know, there's nothing on this fish that isn't worth talking about, if I'm perfectly honest.
Artistic.
And I have got a larger variant coming up. In fact, I'll put it on now to give you an idea. Right? Look, imagine that when it gets bigger. Oh, lovely. So then people that think that maybe it's a little bit dirty on the head, it's not. It's better than that. It's bling bling. So £100 marks back in. All right. Again, looking at a Deutz, nice big head, great profile. Absolutely.
It's actually got a nice body on it, to be honest. A nice pet.
Yeah, nice
I don't know much about the variety. I actually like the pattern on it. I like the zipper. I like the pattern. The Saroji's good. Head, I don't know if that's going to clean up or not. I don't know.
No, that will. It's metallic, mate. It's a metallic fish.
Yeah. So I'm not quite sure about it, but like the rest of it looks nice to me, to be honest.
Yeah, fantastic for the money. £5 increment bids, guys. We'll do these nice and quick.
It's nice to see the metallic Shiroji when it turns in water. You get that bling just bounce off at sunlight. It's nice.
And again, the full zipper is actually quite important. So when again, as these fish get bigger,
Acoustic Koi just won a free pond bomb. Well done, pal.
The scalation across the back will grow with the fish, you know, and it becomes more and more prevalent, you know. Absolutely banging fish, 23 cm, 105 quid at the minute. Mark, 120 quid.
Oh, Mark's got the pond bomb now.
I'll tell you what, Will has got something with his peduncle. He's got something with a peduncle. Guys, you like lemon Arawakis?
I do, mate. That's why I really enjoyed growing the one on that I got from Daz at Daz's Koi Farm, and we're only a tiny little thing. It's pushing 24 cm now. It's out in pond, so bigger than this. It looks banging, mate. Nice little fish.
Acoustic Koi's got the pond bomb and a koi now. Well done, boy.
Again, another nice bloke is your artistic koi keeper.
Pete'll have to order some more pond bombs in.
Okay, so you're not allowed to call this one Alan because Rebecca's got one called Alan. And they'll get upset. But at 70 cm, all right, just proof that when they get to a good size, they look fantastic. And the other thing is,
isn't it, for adults?
Yeah, guys, just to give, let's put you on the spot. Why is it important to have lemon or yellow in a pond?
Why is it important?
Mm.
Well, I think it's important, mate, because if you've got Go Sankeys and you've got that lemon or that yellow colour, it brings out the reds and the suma, or the Benny and the sumi in your other fish when they're side by side. I think it makes them pop more. Makes your other fish that you've got in there
Dirty dog, come here.
shine up more.
100%, mate. You know, and that's
Just caught my bloody dog trying to bury a sausage in the couch. Come here.
Mate, if you're hanging off the end of your leg, mate, he's nicking your dinner.
Gross. Just seen him in my peripheral vision. You can't get nothing past the sniper.
Come on, five more pound, guys. This is too much.
5 more
nice
pounds.
to let
A
go
pond
cheap.
bomb is 8 quid or 10 quid, guys. Come on.
Lee, when you put your yellow monkey, what did you call it, into your pond,
Yeah.
did you notice that the yellow changed the aesthetics of your pond?
I mean, no, but I do like looking at it. It's like
Okay.
I don't know what you're trying to mean. What, spiritually or
No, it
visually,
changes.
or...
It balances it makes the pond more pleasing to the eye.
Well, everything else was red and white in there, so I think it looks scruffy, but I love it now, so I keep it in there.
Yeah, but actually, yeah, you're probably an exception to the rule. To be fair,
No, I've got no. Yeah, yellow is it's nice, isn't it? Yellow's nice, but yeah. But I tell you what, though, my yellow monkey, mate, since I've dropped down to 18 degrees, it's gone way darker, a nicer colour, like a peach colour. It's cool.
Yellow monkey's not really yellow, though, is it? It's more gold.
Well,
It is, but
Karachi
it's still a
in
yellow,
Japanese
Cass.
means
Yeah.
mustard.
Yeah.
Cracky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you
Karachi
trying to
means
say that
mustard
the
in
yellow
Japanese,
monkey's
so-
now become a Ginrin Chag again?
Mm.
You can't eat back on it, Lee.
Yes, Jay, mate. The Koi boot sale is for absolutely everything I own.
Wow.
After the national, you're doing it, Lee, aren't you?
Yeah, the weekend after. You coming down, Kraft, on Saturday or Sunday? And you guys come
I'll
out
have
on
to
Sunday.
see what my schedule is,
Pick you if
mate.
you want. What's that?
I'll have to see what my schedule is. I think got plans with Alan Tate, mate, so
With who?
Alan Tate.
Huh. Well, why don't you come down to mine?
Well, I'll speak to
It's
Alan.
only
And see
about a
what he
12-hour
wants to do.
trip for him.
Coming
Right,
camper.
guys, I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on this one, guys, just because we have got Facebook on with us as well now. So that's started. So £145, £5 increment bids. Remember, if you can call the shop tomorrow to make your payment, there's an additional £25 for delivery over the whole of the UK mainland. We cannot deliver to Northern Ireland or Ireland, no, guys. Just in case if you're wondering. And the additional fee is £25. That is not our fee. That is the fee of the courier. We get.
If anybody wants to bid from Ireland or Southern Ireland for £350 extra, I could definitely smuggle it in for you.
Not that you'd
It's
admit
classed
that
as
much.
contraband, though.
I'm currently looking at getting fish to Europe at the moment. So
Really?
yeah, I'm quite excited for that. So that's a minute gone, guys. Another £5, and I'll start I'll start it again. If no interest, it'll be Darren's.
What's Darren's got there? Has he got an old school Skyline? Is it Darren?
That does look like it.
The engine looks gorgeous. Oh no, that is Darren. Sorry.
Yeah, he said after Newark.
Oh no. After the National.
You're
We'll
not
do
getting
another
rid of
one after
everything
Newark
now,
as
are
well,
you?
something left over.
Yeah, just selling it all. It's all going. The whole lot. Pond,
You're not
filters,
doing. Wow.
big blues, anything you can get your hands on, guys.
No, not that stuff. I'm on about livestock. They're all going. I want a stress-free Japan trip.
30 seconds remain, guys. 145 quid currently. It's a banging example from the one and only Aoki. Those people that don't know.
Oh, is that Aoki? Oh, there we are. Okay, that's changed. I didn't even read that. Okay, yeah. So this is a good fish then. Fair news.
100%.
Hmm.
Right, we'll cover Lee's shenanigans later on after the auction, guys.
Yeah, we'll have a talk about it later on, guys. But yeah, I actually I must stress, yeah, I haven't read the bottom of the screen, but yeah, Aoki is he's going to have very good bloodlines in all of these. There we are. Obviously, my word's just been taken as gospel. It's the truth, guys. So I would have thought this fish is going to develop into something spectacular in the right environment.
Okay, so that come in bang on 1 second left to go. So I've restarted the timer, guys.
Sniped.
Restarted the timer. Always allow people to come back, but don't just cut it off, because if you want it, it's there.
Guess what came in the post today? I've got one of those sail flags.
Oh, have
you? Know, like little flag things with a logo on it.
Ah, cool.
Cool, yeah.
Is that to go outside of your vat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that to go next to the GC banner that you're going to take?
Mate, I've definitely not got anything besides to go for GC this year. Unless I go and pick one up off Chip or Ian Jenkins quick the day before.
There you go. That's a minute past.
Are you returning fire, Darren?
Lemon Harawaki.
Yeah, I do like them. Probably one of my second favourite fish. I think lemon arawakis.
What's your first favourite?
Yamabuki.
Oh, Yamas.
Yamas.
Yeah.
Such a Welsh way of saying it. That Yamas.
Yamas.
No offence, Welsh people. Lee is one of my best friends. 20 seconds to go, guys. If there's no comeback.
Welsh and an ex-gypsy. Oh, my God. Hitler would have hated me.
Oh, well, I'm an ex-gypsy, mate, as well. Well, from a gypsy bloodline, mate. So, 8 seconds.
I kept killing Whippets and Jack Russell, so I thought I'd just stick to the koi.
Sold to the autistic koi keeper. Well done, my friend. That is an absolute banging fish. Oh, did we have a comment just come in then? If you're not bidding, please say you're out. Yes, yeah, that's a good point, Dr. Campo. Thank you, my friend. If you're not bidding, just a little bit of housekeeping. Say that you're not going to bid anymore. I still might let the time run out, though, to be fair, just in case anybody else wants to jump in. So, anyway, well done, autistic.
Yeah, well done. That's going to be a nice fish, I can guarantee you, in the right environment. Treat it well. Give it sake.
Next one, another little bit of yellow. Marahiro.
Marahiro again.
That's spelt incorrectly. I do apologise, guys. Kiyotsuori Tozai, 28 centimetres, starting at £100, guys. Again, hell of a lot of interest in these. People in the shop all the time looking for these. I've got not many left at all. They've been flying out. This one was kept a little bit hidden out the way. The sumi on it is probably faded out a little bit. To be fair, it was being a pain in the arse when we started to film it. So it's swimming around in that bowl for a good 20 minutes. But it kept trying to escape. So anyway, absolutely cracking little fish. Beautiful black pecks, both sides. Decent pattern for the Kiyotsuori. Little head pattern still to emerge. You can see it's starting to come. When you look at that, the pattern alone against the body, you know, what's not to like? It's very well balanced all the way through. So you don't see a lot of these in Japan. That is a true statement. Quite a lot of them get called, to be perfectly honest, and only a few people keep them. One of them being Marihiro, the other being Otsuka. So, yeah. Any bids, guys? £100, start us off. Come on, Let's get a hand in the pocket.
So, guys, this could be
You've
a
got-
true transformer fish. So,
got one
if you
there,
don't
one
want a
fishing net.
Kiyotsuri, just feed it 100% colour, and it might well turn into a Hiyotsuri.
You have a start bid there at 150 from Mark.
Thank you very much, Mark. I didn't see that, mate. I do
Well done, Mark.
apologise. Let me just.
What temperature are you keeping that
Mark,
at the moment?
Mark, can you just confirm that wasn't for the previous fish, mate? 'Cause I'm just looking at the timeline. It probably wasn't, but I just want to make sure so you're not bidding on a fish that you don't want, mate. Temperatures, mate. Well, actually, ambient temperatures inside the store at the minute is 20 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really. You can see the difference between 19 and 20 in the way the fish behaviour is. They just sort of step up a gear in that 1 degree difference. It's mental, you know. What do you reckon, Gaz? Like it?
I do like them, mate. I think, to be fair, at some point, it's a fish I've never, or a type I've never particularly had, and I would like one. I think I'd like to have the set. You've got your Kiyotsuri, Hiyotsuri, and your Shuruotsuri. I would like a real nice example of all three. I've got two. This is the next one that I need to pick up and put in my collection, mate. So yeah, at some point I will be looking out for one to get it bond, mate. Very much so.
I could probably ask everybody watching how many have seen a big one of these Kiyotsuris. You don't tend to see them in the shows, and that's because they're sumi. So the sumi being the black reacts to a blue background, and the longer they stay on a blue background, the more washed out they become, and they start to look like a crock of shit. However, in a pond, that sumi, you can see it there how thick it is, especially around the middle. And it is only a young tozai, so it's only going to ever develop. That's going to get further and further. That's going to get further or deeper and deeper rather than further and further. So if I was to say to you how many people are seeing like a 60 or 70 centimetre example of this, there's not going to be many. No. However, if you want to see one, I've got one in the shop. So, it's going for £1,000. Right? I
do like the Kin Kiyotsuri as well, the metallic version. They do pop as well too.
I've got a few of them. The metallics are quite a neat, sort of a niche market. Some people like them, some people don't. Again, it's like these fish, if I'm perfectly honest. But £5 increment bids, guys, don't be shy. Otsuka Lee, he bangs these, don't he?
Yeah, you are right. Yeah, Marihiro and Otsuka. Yeah, but Otsuka, yeah, he does love these. Yeah, he's found a good market, mate, and they're quite popular with him as well. But then, like I said, Marihiro, when you look into the two big ponds he's got, not the round pond, but the two big ponds. Yeah, there's always a few quite impressive pieces in there as well that you can fish out. If you can get out of the mesmerization. I mean,
they are like rocking horse shit, aren't they? They're like rocking horse. You don't see many of them even in Japan, do you?
No, not many. No, not many.
Is it the same principle with them? A good developing fish, one to watch.
The ones that you put in your own pond.
Yeah, if you were going to get in a grow on piece.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So again, young fish. They're not showing their pure beauty because they've still got so much development to come, especially in color palette. Every year comes growing season, water cools down, conditioning, right? You're going to start seeing the layers on the skin develop, so that color gets deeper every single time. So
sumi coming up nice and deep when you're coming to your darker, colder months.
I mean, what I do with these guys is I have a look at how much sumi there is that's a good block, and then I judge the sumi on that part on a young fish. The darker it is on a young age, I know that in 3 years' time, when it's gone through that development year in, year out, you're going to have a better quality fish because like everything when it matures, it gets better.
Yeah.
You know, so if the better that you can get at a younger age, the better it's going to be in 3 years' time. You know, and generally what you see is what you get with these. You know, it's one of them. People may get put off by some of the black speckles, right? It's actually accepted in this type of fish, same as Hiatsuri as well. It's accepted. The more clean ones you ain't going to see many of, and that is because the Japanese keep them.
Yeah, that is one thing that you've got to understand, that to get a Kiyotsuri or Hiatsuri without that sooting, it is very difficult. Like, you know, Shiro Yatsuris you can get a lot cleaner. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's just the variety that is, you know, Kiyotsuri, Hiatsuri, probably same kind of thing. But like, it's very hard to get them without that speckling and that sooting. And if you do, that will definitely be put to one side in Otsukas, Shinodas, or Marahiros for sure. They'd be in the round pond if they were in Marahiro.
Yeah, they would.
Why not show them in the black bowl? I'll tell you why. Because we don't own any black bowls. Because every other koi goes in a blue bowl. All right. But it's just naturally known that, you know, with a blue background, they react to it and they wash their sumi out. As soon as you take them out, put them back in the pond, within minutes, they're back to full bloom again. It's really annoying, actually. But, you know, if you're not going to show it, it don't really matter because you ain't going to keep getting out of your pond anyway. So,
well, to be honest, mate, it's a hard variety to show because they're always in the same category. Like Shiros, I think Kiyotsuris as well. I might be wrong, but I assume so. That they're in the same, so that Hiyatsuris and the Shiro Yatsuris are in the same category.
Yes.
And to be honest,
Ki and Shiro, they're never gonna. You've got to have a spectacular piece.
Yeah, that's why I was going to take Tony to the show, to be honest, mate, because purely the body on it is amazing. I just wanted to take Tony out for a spin as well because he's so famous in my pond. I wanted people to see it and give it some Haribo. But
I don't know. Tony is a very nice Shinoda Hiatsuri.
Yeah, but it's never going to stand up to any kind of like Shiro in the same category.
Yeah, it's kind of wrong. Well, it's not wrong, but it's kind of difficult in it to put them up against a Shiro Utsuri when they tend to be a lot more cleaner fish.
Yeah, that's it. They just look way cleaner. Yeah.
And that is sold to Mark. Well done, Mark. Another one for you, my friend.
Well done,
you might
Mark.
be disappointed, mate. That fish, again, when it gets bigger, it's going to look really good. So
well done, Mark. 789. Hug, kiss, hug.
He's a bloody nice guy as well, is Mark.
I think I want to hug, kiss, and hug him. Question mark, exclamation mark.
I had a good chat with him at the weekend, mate, when he come down. He's
a bargain.
There you go. Another one bites the dust, but hey, there you go. Win some, lose some. You know.
Koi events, I do not question that at all. There is some pretty expensive fish in that pond. What's 2 million yen between friends?
You know, and one fish. Again, you probably got, you know where we are anyway, Mark, because you've already bought a fish off us last week, mate. So congratulations. That's a really nice addition to your pond, mate.
Actually, I was watching some videos from Bubble and Fins the other day, and I really like her greenhouse. Why haven't I got a greenhouse? Like a polytunnel?
Because me and Daz haven't been over there and built you one.
I really want a polytunnel.
Get one,
I probably
mate.
could fit one down the side
28
of my...
degrees in hers today, I think it was.
I really want one. Even just a sunbed. Oh, lovely. Low battery. Hang on, let me plug it in.
Nice and clean, isn't it? That's got a good body on it too. 27 cm. 100 quid. Bargain. This should be going. Should already be having bids in here now, ladies and gents.
Nice.
Look at that. So Roger's nice on that, mate.
Go on then, Gaz. Over to you, my friend.
Oh, I hate it when you do this. See, I don't know enough about NND to be able to talk out what the fish is. But I mean,
talk about the fish. It's a jumbo tozai.
It's a jumbo tozai. It's got beautiful, clean shiroji throughout. Lovely backbone to it. Look at shoulders already developing on fish at 27 cm. Has it got a perfect round tancho spot? No, but that does mean it's not been altered and it's not been doctored. But that is pretty damn close to being perfect for a natural fish. That in itself speaks volumes to me, more so than anything. But nice broad head, big mouth, good size pecs, good body shape to it. Again, banging fish. And at 27 cm as a starting bid for 100 quid, they should be rocketing through it. You're not going to get a Tosai Tancho at that kind of price anywhere else.
Jumbo Tosai, mate.
Jumbo Tosai.
Okay, so he was only hatched out.
It's got a very big, chunky head on it, hasn't it? Nice and broad.
Mate, Lee, so you know these were offered as a special invite. And we was only allowed to pick 20 pieces. Well, we weren't even allowed to pick. We could only put a name to 20 pieces per dealer. All right. So we are nowhere near where this needs to be, guys. I'm telling you now.
No. So actually, I'm not an expert on NND, but I've had a few Tosai and grown them into Sansai, and they've all turned out amazing. And that Tancho, okay, so the body on that's really nice. Fins are nice. Pec fins are, nice. And, you can see that it's got some nice...
It's got some nice luster.
It's got some nice skin to it as well. If you actually look at the fish, you can see the sparkle there in the Saroji, which is nice. The Tancho spot is not perfect, no. But what you've got to understand is, I think, and I'm no expert, but at a Tosai that size... when that grows to 65, 75 cm, that Tancho spot is going to pull in size. That when the head expands and the body contracts, that Tancho spot's going to get actually smaller. And I think that, and Tancho spots will change from year to year. You could take a picture of that fish now, put it in the mud ponds, and some people make this. It's a massive, dramatic change how that spot will end up.
As it does that, Lee. As the body thickens out, as it head widens off,
contracts and stretches, that Tancho spot quite possibly might not stretch with the skin. It might stay, and the definitely rest of the body move around it.
Okay, and I'll get quiet. One thing that people are going to be put off with on this is they will see that belly transformation from the head into the shoulder. Okay, they may think it's faded off. It's not the case, guys, right? The belly spot on this fish is solid. Now, bearing in mind...
That's the start of the backbone, you can see.
That's the start of the shoulders, isn't it?
Yeah, right. So you got that transition from smooth skin on bone into flesh. So that transition, no matter what fish you've got at this age, will always change slightly to a lesser shade into a fleshy part of the fish, all right? Now, one thing that I'm looking at in the Benny is how thick it is. Now, you've only got to look on the head to see that is deep, right? It's strong, and although it goes into the shoulders, it matters not, because as you get that fish into 4 to 5 years old, that will eventually get as red as on the head, all right, without a shadow of doubt. The one thing that we look at on this fish, the Shiroji already shows it is so clean that there's not a blemish on it anywhere.
I'm bearing in mind that this has been in a bowl for 10-15 minutes to get a good, if it should be stretching up a bit, it should be pinking a little bit, and it isn't, is it?
It's certainly not. But I mean, to get back, it's a young fish. It was only born last year.
It's the backbone as well, mate, aren't you? Like the backbone going up it. It's a strong fish and it's powerful.
And we're still not where it needs to be, guys, at £200. And I'm not. I will push it a little bit. It's, what Lee was saying, that Tancho spot on a young fish will move around the head as it grows. All right. Now, again, I will put your headspace to a more developed, more adult fish. When the fish develops, the skull's going to open out. All right, the body's going to open out. Benny will naturally it will naturally thicken up and contract. There's no different on a Kahaku tancho, which is this fish. It will tighten up, and in time, it will look absolutely immense. And the reason why NND kept these fish for invite only is because they are bloody good fish without a shadow. They're not just going to let these out to willy-nilly. I had to buy DK Line Shiro. I had to buy an Azakari fish. I had to then buy
an Azakari fish. Looking forward to seeing that in October.
Yeah, me too, mate. I had to then buy a bowl full of very high quality Sankey and then a bowl full of high quality Sankey.
And I had to give Makoto a soapy reach around.
Right. And only then did he open the door to these fish. You know, and it was a classic example of we've got nothing to, well, come and have a look at these lads. Can we pull a few up? No, you can only have 20. Oh, okay. And it was 20 Go Sankey Tancho. So I've got Sankey Tancho and Kahaku Tancho out of it, 10 of each. This one, I think, is the cleanest in the pond.
Yeah,
right?
It has got nice Saroji. It's got a nice body as well, isn't it?
Oh, mate, the body, it's going to be a big fish, Lee. You know, Jumbo.
Does it come with a certificate?
No, nothing, mate.
It better come with a pond bomb then.
Huh?
It better come with a pond bomb.
I mean, to be fair, mate, I could have, you know, I sort of expected them, if I'm honest. You know, but
you have no pom bombs left.
I haven't got any anyway.
He's lying. I was down there last weekend. You got a whole delivery of them.
Okay, so no movement then on £200. I will put a 2-minute timer on it, guys.
Koi events, are you still in?
Come on, let's get a little bit more behind this because this is an absolutely banging fish.
It's an ND.
Yeah, well, mate, I'm going to massively up the farm, to be honest. Like, I spent a lot of time in NND, not a dozen years, but I've spent quite a lot of time in NND, and it is amazing, mate. The quality of the fish, and I've had, like I said, I've had Tozai from NND, and I can guarantee you, I can't remember off the top of my head how many I've had, but they've all turned out well. Young champion last year, boom, yeah. NND, Tozai.
Mate, they're underrated.
They're amazing. NND, what a farm! What a farm! I don't know what it is. I talk to Ryan about this all the time, and Kevin. It's the name NND. Sounds like, I don't know, a cheap sneakers brand, but it is absolutely incredible. If it was called something Japanesey like Kampai Koi, trademark, yeah.
What do you think?
Way more. I don't know.
1 minute left.
What do you think to everybody having a tancho in the collection?
There's like 3 or 4 guys that run that farm. So you imagine if they've been doing it for like 25 to 35 years each. That's how much knowledge they've got in that. It's crazy to think, you know.
I mean, the other thing, mate, look how it presents in the pond as well, like in the bowl.
I tell you what, that's sitting in the bowl. Lovely, Krafty.
No, it's presenting well, mate.
Well done.
Fins are all up, mate. Looks good. It's aware. You know, absolutely.
I think the word you're looking for is Sugoi.
Sugoi.
Very good, Sugoi.
I'll tell you what, Pete, I want to see this car as well, mate. I was talking to him on Sunday, mate, and I want that car up.
It's a Model T, isn't it? It's a Model T with a Mini Metro engine in it.
Mini Metro.
Okay, sold then to Peter Phillips. Well done, mate. That's a good collection to your pond, mate.
Well done, Pete.
Absolutely banging. I ain't going to put the congratulations thing up. There's no need because you know where we are. Right, let's have a look at this one.
Sanka.
Why we're on NND, let's do this one.
Now then, I've got experience with NND Sankey. That's actually particularly really nice.
Yeah, it is.
That's a really nice Sankey.
Go on then, Lee. Over to you. Talk this one up, mate.
Oh my God, mate, I'm no expert in any kind of koi, but all I'm seeing there is it's got a big head. It's got a nice body. You know, there's no dips or crevices on the line of the body. It's nice and straight. It's got a main. Well, it's actually got quite a few dans of Benny on there. If you can see, it's got a lot of sumi as well, which is well placed.
Yeah.
Sumi on a lot of the shiroji. Yes, on the big Benny plate on the front, it's got a few specks of sumi which is on the Benny. And what some people might not like is it has got a bit of Benny actually on the forehead there. But trust me, that wouldn't bother Uncle Takano, and it certainly wouldn't bother me. It's got some nice tajime coming in on the tail, which might contract and might disappear. Who knows? Nice clean pec fins. It's got a nice clean dorsal fin. It's got a bit of yellowing on the head, but then again, it's young, so that's going to go. But the Siroji quality is lovely, you know.
Nice two-step pattern.
The good thing with that front Dan is you're not going to have to worry about sashi on that because it starts on the head, so that's okay. But the sashi on the back main Dan looks, just about the right thing. It's a nice fish, isn't it? Come on, look at that for 120 quid.
Good body
That's
profile.
bonkers.
Starting bid, Colin, is 120, mate. There we go. Oh,
I'll put a bid in for 120.
Unlucky,
Worth it
mate.
all day long.
Colin was there firstly. You can see it on the comments yourself.
All right. Cheers.
I'll tell you what, guys. My jaw's on the floor that no one is bidding on that.
Yeah. And do you know what I like actually on the head of that? It's not just that the Benny on the front of the head has got that nice little squiggle. Do you know what I mean? It's not just round. It cuts in on itself. It's got that little bit. So when that fish gets bigger, it's actually going to be really nice. It's going to have a little bit of character towards it.
Again,
fish.
There we go. 125 from Brand Family Koi Adventures.
Does this come with a cert? No.
No, mate.
But with a pond bomb.
Right. This fish has got everything that you want in Sankey. In my
It really
opinion.
has. Honestly, it's a really nice Sankey, to be honest. It is. And I'm not just saying that.
Right.
It's a nice fish.
Body is to die for. It's going to get a big fish without a shadow of doubt. I know how NND fish grow. All right. They get real heavy. Like the mass in them when they get big is huge. The quality of the sumi, right? Let's look at that first. All right. Again, probably a little bit of baby sumi, but you already know, right, where it is. So if that retracts, which I would expect it will, all right, you've already got an idea of the placement of that sumi. And when it comes back, it will only ever come back better than what you're seeing now. So if you look at that and see the quality of that sumi, right, already ink splodged to death.
Yeah, looking at like knee sight into Sansai for that sumi development to be starting to get its final placement.
On top of that, you have got the sumi in every portion of the fish. So show quality, 100%. All right. So looking at the sumi, you've got it in the Benny plate, you've got it on the shiroji, you've got it between the red and the white as well. So you've got all three types of sumi that you'll be looking for, which is extremely hard to get on Sankey, number one. Number two, the Benny on this fish is extra good, or high quality. Let's call it very high quality.
I'll be
right?
honestly, what you're failing to notice there is the Benny on the fish is nice. It's all, the head looks a little darker than the rest, than the scaled part of the Benny.
It's going to anyway.
It's going to there, but I think there's a good chance that might be a female, which is possibly a good thing.
That is true. But
so normally with
the
a softer Benny plate, it sometimes dictates that that's a female. So obviously, you know, if that was proven female, you could probably put a lot higher price tag on it as well.
Right. So Benny is young. Okay. Again, think of the development of fish. So when it goes through the growing period, the conditioning season, growing season, conditioning season, and I do that because it's the temperatures. All right, fish will condition off in colder water and grow in warmer water. Just to be clear. right? That Benny will richen up with colour food, and over time, as it grows, it will get deeper.
Mm-hmm.
The Shiroji already is of extremely good quality. And you can also see a little bit of underlying sumi, especially down that left flank. There's a little tiny sumi spot between the pec fins, right on the backbone. Again, as that baby sumi retracts and then comes back, you might find that is quite a nice bit of sumi on there, if I'm perfectly honest. You're going to get a little bit more around the dorsal fin, like into the fleshy part. And it potentially is even going to bring those 3 little Benny scales, 2 little spots either side of the fish, like in the middle on the left, and then in the tail tube on the right. There's a good chance that actually, if you're looking at the pattern, when that sumi comes, it will join that together and make it look even better than what it's looking now. Okay, so forward vision is what you want. The body itself says everything. It's got a superb profile. It's balanced in colour. There's nothing not to like about this fish, and it is worth more than what we're seeing on screen.
I also like the way the head pattern cuts up to the top of the gill plates as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Sashi and Kiwa. Okay. It ticks the boxes on that. Okay. Again, in a young fish, it's already showing the escalloped. I can never bloody remember the word.
Marizumi.
Marizumi. Thank you, Lee. It's already showing that. Some of the scales are cut through, but that's exceptional. That's allowed.
Acceptable.
Yeah, acceptable. Thank you, mate. That's allowed. And obviously, there's no on the front Dan. There is no sashi because it transfers from the head into the shoulders. But if you look at the sashi that's on the rear, on the Dan in the tail, no more than a scale wide. It's tight, which shows that Ben is going to come. It's going to tighten up, and there's lots more color underneath. So if you're looking at that sashi, you can then put that into the front Dan as well. Know that it's going to be loaded. So again, exceptional fish. If not, one of the nicest sankis I've seen at Tozai level for some time.
So the history of this fish, was this the day that we went up to Makoto's secret stash?
Yes. Number one pick.
Have you still got the Sankey that I wanted from that pick?
Yeah, that's still in a pond. Yeah.
No, it's not. You're lying to me.
No, it is, mate.
We'll take it to the National, and I'll pay you for it, and I'll take it home.
I haven't sold any of them, mate.
Can you take mine?
I've not had them on sale because I'm taking them to the National. So
you can take mine, but I'll pay you for it, and I'll take it home.
Yeah, they're coming to the National anyway, so yours will be in there anyway, mate.
Okay.
So,
okay.
If we're doing a quick Google search here, Krafty, on an NND Sanka, right? Smallest I've found is 28 cm. It's not a great deal bigger, but the price is.
Shall I send you? Can I send you my? Sorry, Gaz. Sorry. Quick, just when this is on, can I send you a quick picture of my Sankey that was this size last year?
Yeah.
Was it this year or the year before? I can't remember. I'll send it to you, Krafty. I'll send it to you on what, Messenger or WhatsApp?
Well, whatever, mate. I've got my phone there, mate. So
right, stay there.
I can't put it on screen now. Just so you're aware.
You can. That's no point then, is it? You're useless. Gaz will just get it like that. Oh,
I can't shush, Colin. Sorry, mate, but yeah, 275 quid a starting bid. That's for a toe size, straight out. That is from
Society. NND. That's right. Well done, Dave.
This should be pushing. This should be going up a bit more. The bids should be starting to get higher now. We're getting to the better fish.
Yeah, I'd say that fish is worth a lot more than that. But... And a pond bomb, guys.
And a pond bomb thrown in, yeah.
Look at Krafty's face. Peeks at that. Will you shut up about those fucking pond bombs? No, actually, each fish comes with a golf ball.
Okay, that's no problem. 2 minutes starting now.
2 minutes. Ooh, who was the last? Oh, we got two Collins bidding on this. Are you in, Colin? Do you know something? I will honestly say.
Tell you what, mate.
in development, a Sankey is probably the best fish that you will ever learn from.
I'll tell you what, this fish should be in my pond. And to see it going so cheaply upsets me. I'm not going to lie. You know, in the right audience,
I'd have that fish in my pond.
It's a very good standard. Very good, guys. And Sankey is my number one fish.
Yeah. Sankey's amazing, mate. They got the whole Kawaku thing going on, and then they've got that element of extra sexiness with the sumi. So it's like as technical as a Kawaku, because it's got to be a clean Kawaku with like speckles of sumi on it. You know what I mean? Yes, the sumi could drop into those like uncomfortable, scruffy areas that maybe a Kawaku couldn't disguise, but still, you know, overall, it's a lot more technical fish, isn't it? Than a
100%.
Cool. They're cool.
You know, the one thing for me, this fish has got everything that you want in a Sankey. In my eye, is exactly what I'd like in Sankey. And I you know, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that just to please. I am genuine when I say it. You know, that I would really like to see this fish in a year's time, 2 years' time, 3 years' time, and then put it back on this screen just to show people.
I scratched my bum at lunchtime and I could still smell my fingers.
1 minute left.
I do. Would you agree? The Sankey's probably were the best fish that you'll learn from. With pattern development.
They're great, mate. You know, you've got everything. You've got everything to learn from a Sankey. Mate, the sumi, the bed.
A lot of people misunderstand, or not so much now, because they've had so much coverage of the last year or two. People are understanding them more, but they used to be one of the most understood fish ever, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
very hard to
smell of that. Put your face right by the screen.
Smell-o-vision.
I don't need to, mate. I can smell it from here. 15 seconds. Colin, don't let this go, mate.
Oh, I don't know. Mark, kiss, hug, kiss. He's not going to let that go. I don't know, though. Do you know what, right? I absolutely love Sankey, and I do love Sankey, but slowly, and I don't own one yet, but I think slowly, not quite overtaking the Sankey, is a Kindai Showa. It's just like on the last Japan trip, it takes me a while to like find these things, and then I let it, and then it builds inside of me, and then it comes out, and Kindai Showa. I don't know. And
I'll get you a beer, don't you worry about
but that's just Ryan. Ryan's.
That was my second favourite fish on here of the night. That we're showcasing tonight. So again, you know, I think it went for a good price. You know, win some, lose some. It does deflate me a little bit, guys. I ain't gonna lie. Up in the quality of the fish, but you know,
so that probably won't come with a pond bomb because you've just had him pulled his pants down.
Okay, another fan favourite from a Fuji. We have got a Nisai 36 centimetre, and it's Nisai, good Nisai. Lemon Harawaki. Starting bid on this is £120. Okay, so again, Lemon Harawaki, people expect them to stay yellow. Very rare they do. I ain't going to lie. They do tend to go
scratch and sniff.
They do tend to go a more orangey colour with age. Some of them actually, the lemon on it falls off. So you've got to be quite mindful, and that's when, in order to work that out, you've got to look at how deep the pigment is in the fish. Okay, so looking on this one. It did command some right respect in the pond. I ain't gonna lie, it was a standout piece. It's got a Deutz body. So what you should be looking on here, especially in this eye, right, a little bit more slender, because they do tend to grow a little bit more shorter and fatter bodied, right? So if you go in, when you start to go into Nisai, you should expect to see a little bit more of a slender type body. It's got a 4-step Dan pattern if people are into that. I personally don't really care for it. The pattern on the fish, some people say it don't really matter. It does bloody matter, because ultimately that's what you look at in a fish. But on top of everything else, the skin is absolutely superb.
Isn't it?
All the fins are super clean, and it's got that little bit that everybody likes, because if it hasn't got it or it's broken, it takes away from the fish. And that is a beautiful full scale from head to tail. Absolutely splendid example. On top of that, a very interesting head pattern as well.
Yeah, so, it's a nice fish, this, mate. But again, I mean, Deutsch is my favourite, and that's a good example, mate. There's nothing I like looking at more than that. Nice, clean, tidy zip. Looks mint.
Okay, and that's all, guys. You know, our shop is not a 2-bob shop. Every single koi here has been selected by me personally in Japan. Okay, and the people that I have as an audience out there are also experts that we do. So, you know, this, again, every single fish is of the best quality. That I can promise you. And I also have got a little bit of an eye. So, you know, oh, Lee's gone off.
Oh.
Am I back?
Yeah.
I pressed the bloody button on the side of my iPad and it done something.
Nice to see the people on Facebook getting involved. Well done, guys. That's really nice to see.
Crafty now, though.
Current bid, £150. Again, Nisai. You ain't getting a Nisai anywhere for this sort of money.
Go back in.
What is this?
He can't hear you.
Okay.
Darren back at 155. Here we are. It's a Facebook bid off. Let's have it. Come on, Carmen. What are you saying? 160. That's it. Power
Am
bid.
I back in?
Yeah. Can hear you, Tough.
I can't hear Crafty.
Can you hear me?
I can
Can
hear
you guys?
Yeah. Yeah. Can you?
Somehow I've muted him, which is brilliant.
Have a look.
How can I hear Crafty? That's really weird.
Tell him to have a look at the microphone.
Right, let me come out and come back in. Expect me.
Drop right out and then come back in. There we go.
Evening, right?
Evening,
Nice
right?
Black sun.
New internet's gone for a shit.
Eddie, come on. A lot more money expected on this fish. It's a Nisai, 160 quid. Right, I ain't going to talk it up too much. Like, I've already given my opinion on this fish. It's gonna.
Come on, Darren. That's just another wash and wax.
So weird. That was really weird then, guys. I pressed the button on the side of my iPad and it muted Crafty, but not you or me, guys.
Can you hear me now?
I can now because I've just come out and back in. That's really
How do you
weird.
do that?
Well, after your little escapade, you said you didn't even like me on Sunday.
Harsh,
You
but
do
fair.
snore. You do snore, and you take pictures of me naked in hotel rooms in Japan. You take pictures of me naked doing the howler monkey, saying hello to Gaga.
That is very true as well, mate.
So you are not a very nice person, to be honest.
I am a little bit nice, mate. What have we got left?
You're shite at darts as well. Japanese darts.
We've got a nice Noasagi, Momotaro Kahaku, Kawakami
Get the
Goski.
Kawaku straight up. I remember that trip to Momotaro.
We've got a Sakai Sanki. We've got an amazing Otsuka Matsuba, Akamatsuba, and a showstopper for Omasako Shiro at the end.
100%, Mark.
Fantastic.
Banging shop, banging stuff. Very helpful.
What shop's he on about?
My shop, mate.
Oh, sorry, I missed that one. I must have been muted.
Any more, guys? £165.
Right, let me talk through this. Right, it's
Come on,
11
you
hour.
can't let it go now when
right?
you've took it all the way up there for an extra £5.
You get a
Come on,
pop ball
Cameron.
or a golf ball.
You can do 170. That's just a what? It's a cost of coffee in the morning. That just don't have the coffee in the morning. Take one to work with you.
Oh, what did I make a coffee earlier, or did I just boil the kettle?
Oh,
Okay,
mate, do you know what I'm
time
going
is
to watch
going
on
on,
TV
guys.
later on Sky or Netflix? There's a new film with Oh, don't blame me. You're only meant to blow the bloody doors off. Who's that?
Michael
Caine.
Caine.
Yeah, Michael Caine is the great escaper. He's like an old guy that escapes like an old people's home to go over to France for D-Day. I can't wait to watch it. My name is Michael Caine. You're only meant to blow the bloody doors off.
A Fuji, scruffy little farm, amazing fish.
Mike Sullivan, new bidder. Boom.
A Fuji actually is a scruffy old farm. The first time I went there, it was winter time and it looked beautiful because it was all just covered with snow. And I went again in the summer and I was like, that is his Steptoe and Sons.
Right.
Banging fish though.
And his old man is little.
Free burger.
Oh, mate, can you remember the day we pulled this Sacramento hat off? Sacramento Koi, get rid of that, and stuck one of exclusivities on, or mine, I can't remember, and just started videoing him.
One of yours, mate. He's got legs like question marks, man.
Oh, mate, wouldn't stop a pig in an alleyway. No way.
Crazy golf as well. Yeah, 100%.
Nigel says it's true story. And mate, Nigel, it will be a true story when I'm 90. I mean, I'm going back to Africa.
I'll tell you what, Mike. If you come to collect it, mate, I'll chuck you a luncheon, no problem. Don't ask, won't get. That's fair enough.
What are you saying, Darren? Are you coming back at him for an extra $5?
We've got 1:10 left, guys. 1:10.
I reckon Karma might just sneak in with a sniper shot. Both.
Jinx, mate. I tell you need to do stand up, bruv. Mike Sullivan, 170 quid. 45 seconds left.
Ooh. I'm saving myself, says Darren.
Oh, fair play, mate.
Darren,
so that's yours, then, mate. I'm gonna call it on that, mate.
He saved himself from Kawako, a real man's koi.
Well done, Mike. That is a steal, mate. I'm gonna sack myself, I tell you.
Pete's gonna be whipping you tomorrow.
Mate, I'm going to stop doing them.
You've given away as well.
I'm going to stop doing them. You know, I can't let all these fish go for nothing all the time. But, you know, it is what it is. Well done, guys. Really like that. If you give us a call, mate, tomorrow, make your payment or let us know if you want delivery or not. If you do come down, mate, I'll throw you a free lunch. That's not a problem at all. Right, let's get into... let's do the last little... I've already done that. Done the Sankey. Okay, let's get a little bit different.
Snow Saggy.
38 centimetre this size, Snow Saggy, rare as rocking horse shit. You ain't going to see many of these about. You will see them as Tozai. But what you tend to find on these guys is that getting these good when they're big is hard. They tend to fade off in the gin. Right. So the first thing I'm going to pull you to is the gin on this. It is super, super strong all day long. Okay. So as you can see,
and
right on the back of the head, all the way back down into the tail tube. All right. A saggy, you're going to get Benny round the faceplate eventually. You can already see that it's there. And the Benny will also run along the lateral line. The lateral line, for those people that don't know, is the center point of the fish running laterally right down each side of the fish. So Benny will grow into that. So when this is fully developed, expect beautiful red pec fins, a beautiful red face that literally comes over the eyes. It will stay white down the center. And also red dorsal, red tail fin. On top of that, just to point out the quality on this, that head is super, super spotless. There is not anything on that fish that says nothing other than buy me, it's quality. All right, absolute quality fish.
150 koi.
38 centimetre this eye from Tanaka. Absolutely banging fish. I'm going to have a wee. Over to you two.
Well, Gaz.
And this fish comes with a free pom bomb.
This fish does come with a free pom bomb over £100. So well done, Koi Events. I don't know much about snow asagi, mate, to be honest. So yeah, I know a bit about Tanaka. I know where his source water comes from. And I know he is an extremely handsome guy, but yeah, really, snow asagi. I can't really give much information.
To be fair, mate,
I'm just here for the entertainment part of things, anyway. But do you know what I mean? Like, you know, yeah, the gin looks quite nice.
From Darren Brown from a Facebook bid there, but obviously I can't bring that up right now, mate. I mean, I don't know a great deal about them, mate, but they are a stunning piece, aren't they? They are, to have that in your pond is going to pop like crazy. There's only one thing better and brighter than that, and that's the Ginrin Pericina. You ain't going to get no more brighter fish than what that's going to look like.
Darren's back in. Look.
I do quite. If anything, I think the snow asagi, for me, is a nicer fish than a standard asagi. I just wish mine didn't get eaten by an heron.
It might be the same one. Maybe Krafty is actually a heron that's trained to go back to Perth.
Just to pick them up and drop them off. Sell them again.
Like,
it is a lovely example. That.
What you got? The Chinese guys that use the what are those bloody fish that they fish with a thing around their necks? They can't swallow the fish. Cormorant.
Cormorant, yeah. They dive down and bring them up for them. But yeah, beautiful fish, mate. And yes, the sumi isn't deep, rich, but remember, guys, this has been inside, hasn't it? Get out there in a pond, that will brighten up and colour up and fill out and become a lot more brighter than that.
There's nothing wrong with the Benny on that.
No, I'm not saying there is, mate, but it will become richer, won't it, when it gets outdoors?
Oh yeah.
The lateral line of it. I mean, if you look at it, it's perfect, isn't it? The scale Ginrin's wrapping, and they say for a Ginrin, it needs to be 3 rows or more, and that, if what you can see from this top-down view, is at least 6, 7, possibly pushing into 8. So fully wrapped round Ginrin. That's nice.
It's an exceptional example for a fish of this size.
Missed Rick there in at 170. Rick does like an asagi. Be a nice matching pair, mate, wouldn't it? Huh? It's looking female, this one, to that big cheeky male that you bought over a week.
Where's Joe? Joe needs to bid on that.
Yeah.
And Joe will say that getting them big and good is very difficult.
Postage is 25 quid, Lewis.
Or you can come and collect, mate.
Yeah.
Anyone that comes to collect, I'll give you a 10% discount on anything that you buy in the shop.
And a pom bomb.
10% off a pom bomb.
Fred, new bidder. Here we go.
Fred.
Oh, we just missed it. Sorry, Fred. My bad.
Kyle Jones, are you shown at the National this year, mate? And I went, do I eat my own? I said, obviously I am. He just wants another night out in Birmingham. The Karaoke Twins.
Well done, Fred.
Oh, I love that name, Fred. That is a strong name.
I'll tell you, he's a good-looking bloke and all, mate.
Yeah, but like Wright said, Fred.
Oh, mate, no, it's better looking than him.
Sexy for his koi pond.
Mike says, do I get 10% off an easy pod?
Yeah.
No, but you get a free pond bomb.
Yeah, I'll give you 10% off, mate. No problem.
Slippy, no post at present to Northern Ireland.
Just so you know, Slippy, I am in the process of looking how to do it, mate. So it might be the fact that I need to sort of team up with another dealer in Ireland to sort of get it through a wormhole that we've highlighted. So I'm still investigating, guys.
Well
We could
done, Andrew
just do
Smith.
the
Slippy,
Free
whereabouts in
Amigos
Northern
road trip.
Ireland are you, mate? I'd like to know where you live in Northern Ireland. I love Northern Ireland. There's one particular place where when I was soaking wet, I electrocuted my ball bag on a fence in a field in South Armagh once. It was it was lovely. I'm not gonna lie.
Did it give you a tingle?
I tell you what, mate, it felt like, yeah, the Gypsy King had punched me in my left one. But there we go.
Did it crack your sack?
Oh, mate, it was so bad. It really hurt me. And I tell you what, mate,
My mate did it as a kid.
Yeah, but the thing is, mate, I don't care. Northern Ireland farmers do not mess. That was not hooked up to a 12-volt battery. That was on the mains, mate. Trust me.
My mate peed against one when he was a kid and got a shock right down his.
I was soaking wet, mate. Trying to step over it. You know, like when you put your, if that's the wire, you put your jungle boot on it and push it down and step over it. But I went past it and it went straight up.
It's got a good strong backbone on this fish as well, hasn't it, look?
Mate, it's got a lot of growing to do. I mean, it's not a slouch by any
he's
means.
in County Armagh as well. I probably did electrocute my nutsack in your bloody back of the woods.
Yeah, it's got a lot of work to do. It's by nowhere near a finished fish.
No,
you know, and Isagi for a profile, absolutely banging, beautiful big head as well. You know, so you know, just
Tanaka,
imagine that with another 20 cm on it.
Are they a well-known breeder?
Tanaka? Yeah, real.
Tanaka's really good, mate. He's been doing it for a long time. I didn't mean
as in breeder. I mean for snow for a saggy line. I mean,
yeah. I mean, there's a few that do it, mate. It's like I say, guys. To me, I'm not really that arsed where it's come from. Snow saggy is so hard to get at Nisai, and getting them number one is bloody difficult.
Number one, yeah. I said they're like
getting a good
in a spawn.
Now, bear in mind, mate. Right, it's hard.
New Forest Koi.
It's hard to get them full stop. So when you do get them, and you get them at Nisai, you know that they've been kept for a reason.
Yeah,
you know, and
New Forest Koi is going to be doing Snow Asagi next year.
He will. I think he will probably look to breed this with a golden corn. Just saying.
Just one more question to Slippy. So Slippy, I mean, I don't really know you, but do you call it Derry or London Derry?
You don't really
know what I mean.
You don't know him full stop.
I know I don't know him, but I'll know where he's from, what side of the fence he's from, depending if he calls it Derry or London Derry.
Let's keep it going, guys. Good traction on this. Fred's still in. Who else have we got up there? There's a lot of stuff. Fred's still in. Anyone before Fred? Lewis?
Nice fish, that, Rick.
Again, £5 increments, guys. This is still too cheap. A 38 centimetre fish for £210. Good luck finding that anywhere else. That's not going to happen. Except here tonight, by the looks of it. It's silent.
It is silent, mate. This fish speaks volumes. There's not more really needs to be said. It should just be these.
What we'll say, Fred, if you're out, let us know, mate, or get another bid in. We're going to start a 2-minute countdown.
Yeah.
Totally true, mate. 100%.
No, Tiger. He will. He will.
Fucking Vince, man, and his crazy concoctions. Yeah, I agree with you on that as well. Super, super cheap. And I'm going to start getting a name for myself for my, do something about that, I think. £210. That's a minute gone.
Ooh, the tension. Boom.
We got the best fish coming. I can't wait to get this Akamatsuba on, man.
Please tell
Anyway,
me
guys,
you're reserved.
Krafty hasn't said it yet, but hit the like button a few times. Help him out.
I always forget about that on lives.
Smash the thumbs up, guys. It really does help the algorithm.
Bless them. Need all the help they can get. Pete's eating literally rice and beans at the moment.
I wouldn't have a job at this rate, mate, I tell you.
I do like Pete. Handsome bugger. Scared of his dog, though, to be honest.
Go on,
we got 141 in. And we've
Well
got
done,
148 exactly. So
Fred,
41 thumbs up. Come on, guys.
Fred, how old are you? And are you single, out of curiosity?
Fred's
Oh,
not
Mike,
single,
Mike's sorry.
Yeah, he was just
Sorry, yeah,
he was
just
just
sorry.
behind Fred. So
Yeah.
Fred got in at 220.
My bad.
Not bad. Right, a good guy like that, Mike, and then Fred like that.
There you go. That's it now. Now Mike will feel like he should have another go. Go on, Rick. Get in there.
Right, guys. Right, I'm going to point something out here. So Rick knows his shit about fish. For people that don't know, right, he's a British koi farmer. All right, currently growing his brood stock. The fact that he's just gone 225, boom, right, means that he knows he knows what he's looking at. Those people that don't know, he joins us on Gaz's GKP Live every Thursday. Starts at 7:30. I can never work out if I do it, if I get it right.
You're back on, mate.
Have a look back and join us on Thursday at 7:30. Both Lee, me, Gaz, Rick, Ryan from Exclusively, Matt from Howard Boy. We all join. It's a good laugh.
And my co-host Dad does.
1.5 minutes to go. If you want to bid, don't leave it because there is a lag on the social media sites. Well done, Fred. Back in 2:30. Stop reset.
Oh, mate, Fred is doing Ricky. Ricky's going to be furious.
Ricky's pulling wheelies. He's doing this one-handed.
He's got no money, mate. He's
BMX.
on beans on toast 3 times a day. He's got
Mike
nothing.
Sullivan's
nothing
out.
left.
Mike Sullivan's out. It's between New Forest and Fred at the moment. Anybody else want to join the walk? Get your bids in because I will let the 2-minute timer run out because it's not where I want it to be yet. However, I will sell it at the price wherever that 2-minute timer ends.
Matt says he needs a bigger bank account. I feel you there, mate.
Was that a dinosaur or a lizard or something on his thing?
That's a
Oh, by
wizard,
the way,
isn't it?
guys, can I just say something? Right, everyone that's bidding and everyone's got like a little YouTube account. We've got, for instance, now we've got Fred. Fred, your thumbnail is an F in a red box. Now, come on. If you've got some look about you,
Fred
see
only
face in there. I want to see people's faces next time we come on these things. Don't you?
Fred, well,
I
mate,
don't know who
you
I'm
can have a
talking
look
to.
at my YouTube video, mate. I dropped fish off at his pond. He got a beautiful golden corn.
Right,
Off of
okay.
us.
Well,
He's a good looking fella, mate.
let's get some pictures on these little thumbnails. Come on. Let's get a bit more. Well, let's get to know each other.
Rick, you got 30 seconds.
He's out crabbing with Ezra, so he's multitasking. See, men can
Out
do it.
crabbing?
Crabbing with the sun and bidding.
Oh, Kyle
Same
Jones
time.
is in the house. Come
Fred
on then,
straight
Kyle.
back in with two
Give us
Right
a
back
little,
on. There
give
you
us
go.
a
That's
little
what we like to
statement.
see.
Huh?
Signal's well dodgy, mate. Well, I'll tell you what, you might be kicking yourself, mate, because this is still only at £240. And I say 240 because it's a banging example of a snowasaki that you won't find. Really won't find many of these at this eye.
Oh, everyone's saying sorry. Mine's a picture of a fish, but if you're good looking, guys, it should be a close up of your face. Trust me.
What's on your YouTube?
Oh,
picture?
just my logo, mate. It's boring. But everyone's seen my face, so they know who they're talking to anyway.
Yeah, I was thinking of your Facebook one. It's like you at 8 years old.
My Facebook one was me in a balaclava, but no one was talking to
your
me.
Facebook one's weird. You're battling up on it, aren't you?
Yeah, but that was me in 1985.
So you're catfishing as well, then. Look at me.
No, it's not now. I think it's something else now. To be honest, I'm sure it's something else.
Oh, it's not. It's still you with a ballet on.
Is it?
Yeah. Either that or a gimp mask. yeah. It's a ballet.
Why have you blushed?
For me, I could tell you why I've blushed, but I'll have to show you my genitals.
1.5 minutes, Fred.
Oh, come on then. Kyle Jones is in the house. Say something, Kyle. Introduce yourself. Oh, there he is.
The gimp
Perfect.
mask.
The gimp mask. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that bit. We're on a lag. So Kyle Jones, for people who don't know, he's in a little suit there, a little tweed suit, and he looks actually fine. But in real life, he looks like Samwise Gamgee. And we actually sing "Sweet Caroline" in Birmingham most national shows. I think he's probably got a VAT in the national. He never does very well, but I'm gonna teach him how to look after koi. Well, I'm gonna give him a lowdown how to look after koi this year because, yeah, I can't keep giving him false advice.
Well done, Fred.
Weetabix is the key.
Well done, Fred.
Tragic.
That's yours for 260 quid, mate. Rick has Ladies King down, mate. So you check, mate. £260. What an absolute banging fish. I look forward to watching that grow.
Rebecca says that's because it's not his real account with a wink.
Whose real account?
Your real account.
Mine?
Yeah.
It's always my real account.
Right then, next fish, Fred. Again, I want to say thank you and congratulations, mate. Absolute wicked fish to add to your pond, dude. Looks absolute banging. Fred has got an absolute killer, a saggy in his pond, and that is going to accompany it really, really well. So, anyway, enough of that one. On to a beautiful Momotaro.
Right, now we're talking. A bit of Ghost Sankey. Come on, let's get serious.
So, Jumbo Tozai from Momotaro. I want people to look at the fish when it gets around the bottom of the actual pond, because that's where you're seeing the true color. It does sort of fade out towards the top because of the sun, right? But the Benny plate is exceptional, and I ain't just beefing that up. It is exceptional. One of the deepest reds that I've seen on any kahaku for some time. On top of that, it is a big fish pattern. The Kiwa is outstanding. The Sashi is outstanding. The Shiroji is outstanding. An exceptional little kahaku from Momotaro. 27 cm. This fish does the talking.
Oh, Koi Events did come in with a 200, but brand families.
What do you reckon, mate?
210. It's lovely, mate. That
me. Yeah, it's Momotaro, mate. It's got the minerals. One step Benny pattern. Well, on one side, 2 step on the other side.
Interesting pattern, mate. Honest to God, in the pond, mate, it looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah, mate. Well, look at the Benny is really for that size pattern. It's solid all the way through, isn't it?
Nothing below the lateral at all. Perfect.
Fucking fantastic.
Perfect horseshoe on nose in it as well.
Colin was down today for a couple of hours, mate. And I went to the pond and I was like, this is. He's like, nah, look, what about that one? I was like, nah, I might put that one in as well. And then I decided not to. But this one, the kiwa is to die for on any fish, and to have it so spectacularly clean like this is absolutely unreal. I wasn't even, Colin was like, get it in. I was like, nah, mate, I want to keep hold of it. Get it in. So, he's bigger than me, fatter than me. He's got a bigger nose than me. So I had to throw it in, Momotaro 225. Do us a favour, Gaz. Have a look at what Momotaro Kahaku go for, like outside of this, mate. Any more, guys? Yes is the answer to that, Mark. So he won one from us a couple of weeks back. Lee offered to grow it on, but then didn't follow up on it apparently. So that's
where is it?
So, message Lee on his Facebook account, mate. I'm sure he'll talk to you.
I'm expensive.
225 guys. We've
my Azakari is expensive. Trust me. I sort of like male breastfeed them, so yeah. They get high growth.
Shiroji. Oh, yeah, Shiroji, mate. My God. It is cream. Cream of the crop. Absolutely banging fish. Absolutely banging. I actually instantly fell in love with the colour of this fish, man. The belly plate is almost like sprayed on. It's that strong.
Belly plate is nice on you.
Yeah, it's strong as an ox, man. What do you reckon, guys? You're not so much a Kahaku fan either, are you?
Me? No, I like a Kahaku, mate.
I'm only joking, mate.
I do. And I'll say this, mate. The Momotaro that I've got is I lost my Kahaku that my son got me, which meant a heck of a lot to me, mate, because it was a present from him. But the Momotaro is one hell of a nice replacement, and I'm enjoying watching it progress. It hasn't got. I mean, it's not growing like stink. Obviously, I'm in an uneaten pond, but it is seriously starting to put some body on it now. And I'm well happy with it, mate. Well happy. So I've got a 38 10 cm bigger Momotaro Kahaku, and it's Nisai. All right, a little bit different, but this is to give you a bit of an example.
Yasmin, I'm not buying any fish on this auction.
2,195.
They don't come with a free pond bomb.
Say that again, Gaz.
2,195 quid from Gatwick Koi. 2,195 quid for only 10 cm bigger.
Is it in a good nick as that?
It's a very similar. It's a two-step pattern, but just a break off between the center of the dorsal, 39 cm. Sorry, that's one. This one needs to be rising up a little bit. Let's see if we can find a jumbo tosai.
How has she found me on this live?
I don't know, mate. That's very stalkerish.
That's what we do.
Mate, she's been stalking me since she was 19.
Are you? Have you got Family Live 360 by any chance? Do you know exactly where you are, mate? That's what you think.
I told her I was going to have a number 2, a shave, and a shower, and she's found me on this platform. I think maybe Krafty has texted her or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, Yasmin says you're getting a free bath bomb if you buy anything. Let's see.
Krafty, I've had to buy its own feeder. Lee, you're going to be in a balaclava next week.
I will be.
Still will mark at 250, guys. Again, Momotaro, high quality fish, this, guys.
30 cm, $400. Momotaro.
Momotaro Kahaku, guys. You know, that's got like the.
It's the king of the Kahaku, isn't it?
So what's that? 360.
Mate, it's one of the big 3, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, if you go to Africa, if you're going to shoot something, it'll be one of the big 3. If you're going to go to Japan and buy a Kahaku, it'll be one of the big 3: Momotaro, Saki, or Momotaro. So, you know, does this come with a cert?
No, mate. No cert.
Pom bomb?
No pom bomb.
golf ball?
Look, I'll give Mark a free game of golf. That's not a problem.
Okay. You promise, though, whoever buys this coin and picks it up, they get a free round of golf.
There you go.
No,
So,
yeah, Krafty, you promise?
oh yeah, we get a free game of golf. It's no problem, that mate.
There we are.
But I don't want to hand freebies out for people to entice people to buy the fish.
I
The
like
fish
to
are
give to the
amazing.
people. No, I will get as much as I can for everyone.
He's a giver, aren't you, Lee?
Right.
I'm a giver. The last time I had a soapy reach around, I was in my late teens. So I like to do as much as I can for everyone to have that special feeling.
Again, so Fred's had a few Momotaro. In fact, I can't remember if you had one or two out of this batch.
Now I know the pond. Now I know which one it is.
Yeah, it's the one with the glass front to it.
Yeah,
man.
the glass
Like,
front. Yeah.
You know, he said, like, what was that, 5-6 weeks ago, 7 cm, you know, a centimetre a week. You can't argue with that, you know, and that's what these fish do, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put a 2-minute bid on, 2-minute time.
Mark's in, is he? Mark's in.
What temp are you at, Fred? If you don't mind me asking, mate.
It's 22 or 23 degrees. I think.
Oh, I tell you what, mate, I'm down at like 18 now. It's killing me. It's killing me knowing I'm conditioning, not growing.
Well, Fred's looking at potentially going show scene. I don't know whether it's this year, later
Why
on
wouldn't
in the year.
you? Mate, it's amazing.
Yeah, no, he's
It's good fun. There's only one thing better than visiting a koi show as a punter. Is kicking around with a vat of your own fish. And like I said to everyone, it gives you access to the best day, which is the Friday.
Not only that, it's only 17
around, there's no one there.
membership too.
Pardon?
It's only £17 for the membership too.
£17 for BKKS
Which even gets you a discount on
British
the entrance to the show.
Koi Keeping Society.
1 minute left, guys.
You should really be members. If you're British, you should be members of the BKKS. If you're not, shame on you guys.
We should atone people that aren't.
Mine's been filled in this evening. It's already been done.
You do get. It's on the discount is on the flyer, Gas, not on the website.
Yeah, how much did you get off? How much did you get into the National Koi Show now?
I think it's
Bear with me 1 second, and I will tell you exactly what it is.
Right,
25 seconds, another £5. That's all we're looking for. Another £5. Come on.
So how much is it to get in, and how much do you save if you remember?
Admission is adults £12. Under 16s is free. The BKKS members get in for £10. But weekend concession is £20. BKKS members get it for £18 for both days. There you go.
So you're saving
saving
right off the bat.
Yeah.
So everyone join.
The event is very right. So just so you know, Mark, that's yours for £200, mate. Well done. So looking at the AGM minutes on the site today, it's not confirmed that it's going to go up, but it hasn't moved its price for 10 years. So I think with the cost of everything that we see at the shows, electric, water, manpower, hire of all the equipment, such as the marquees, etc., you know, them guys are all in business, and them prices have definitely gone up. You know, water is exceptionally high. So there you go. That's what.
Now I've been told that when the price, and if the price does go up, the membership will include a free Evolution Aqua Pond Bomb.
But you're wondering how I did that, aren't you?
You're good, Gaz.
No, I worked it out as soon as I seen it. I thought that's a good idea. So, Mark, just to fix an error, £250, not 200, mate. So well done on that. Again, a steal for the quality of the fish that we've seen. So well done, mate. Right, let's get us back over there because we're ugly. People don't need to see us.
Aid the koi keepers in the house, mate. Aid those. I've been watching your channel, mate. I don't comment on many channels, mate, because I'm dyslexic. Sometimes I mispronunciate my words. So, but the Ginrin Hiyatsuri and the the Deutz Shiro is looking extra spectacular. They should be in the National Koi Show, and if they're not, they should be in the Newark one. Anyway, Goshki.
That was good, that.
Godly.
I like
Go
that,
on.
mate. That's nice. That's
Go
nice.
on.
Cool.
Yes, nice.
23 cm. Was it Tozai?
Yeah.
Pretty juicy, yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
30
nice, mate, that. How long have you been in the
32
UK
PM.
for?
So again, secret location on these fish when I was out in Japan. Well, put it this way, I walked away from these fish because they wanted by far too much money for them, only to get a phone call, which I then denied again for the price they wanted, for them to wait again for 2 hours, and then they confirmed I could have them at the price I wanted. Right, so these were bought from someone that deals very similar to like dealers in Japan. For example, when I say that, it's like they've got a gold card where they go around to all of the breeders, and they get to pick at the best tozai that are available. The person that was coming to look at these wasn't able to get into the country for whatever. It's tozai, Lewis. Which meant that they had a stock they needed to get rid of. So these extremely high quality.
Very nice, this, mate. I like that.
And that's a good size for a Ginrin Goshki Tozai if it's 32 cm.
Looking at it, right, the Benny is of an exceptional quality. There's enough of it. You don't have to be looking at any of these Dans, etc. On this type of fish.
Oh, you missed Darren first, mate. Darren in there.
Oh,
First.
my apologies, mate. Just Lewis, you need another £5 or £10 on that, mate. If you look at the gin, all right. So first things first on here, you've got to see the gin goes through both color palettes on this, all right, which outlines high quality gin, all right. If it fades off into a color and you see it on white skin, it means that it's a substandard, right? So first and foremost, you can see that the gin is strong. The Benny plate on this is exceptionally good. In the right light, you will see when the gin comes out the light, you can see how dark it is. And the transition from the head into the body on this fish, right, is exceptional. They're very, very close. You can see that the black in this, so basically where you've got the silver scale on this at the moment, it will darken up, and only then will you see the real beauty of this fish. It's already started to go through the transition, so you can see now the nose is starting to darken up.
When's it going to have the full op?
Say that again, Lee.
The transition. What do you mean? It's just feminine now, or when's it going to go through the full op?
No, I'm on about the colour. But to look at the dark, where it's darkening, you can see the scales are starting to load up already.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you just said about male, it was turning to female.
So the zoom is coming, okay? When that comes, you're going to see a different fish altogether. Then pecs, fins, all super clean, which is, really good. And you've got a very interesting head pattern on this fish as well. As we keep going through,
it's a banger, that.
I really want to point out how strong the body is on this for a tozai.
Head, man.
And coming from one of the best breeders in Goshki, which is Kawakami. Okay, you've got Kano. Kawakami is up there with Kano. All right, Ginrin variant as well, one of the best in the world. So this fish is serious. It's not by any means. We're still not at the reserve price, guys. Just so you know. All right, just to give you an idea.
Now then,
reserve, and it's got reserve for a reason.
This is what we want to see. Faces. Sorry, Krafty. It's important. I know this man now. I feel like I know him. Well done, Mark. You definitely got a green pond bomb.
That's still okay. He's just lost it. Adrian's in there with a steal.
But yeah, it's a nice Goshki, mate. Yeah, I've had many, well, not many, quite a few Ginrin Goshkis, and yeah, it's a really nice addition to the pond, to be honest. And they are very nice to watch. The gin looks particularly nice on this, to be honest. Nice pet fins. It's a nice pattern as well. There's a lot of like floating Benny Dans going through it. Nice clean dorsal fin. I like that. Pec fins are cool. You can see the Seroja coming up on the nose. Now, how long has this been in the country, Ant?
So this is what I sourced in February, mate.
Yeah. So it depends. If it goes like hard water, that Sumi's gonna really fly up, isn't it? If it came to me, it wouldn't really change that much. But like
when it come to me, Lee, it was pure white, mate. So
yeah,
it's just starting to go into that transition, you know.
This is the one that was in the second vat in as you were going towards the outside section, isn't it? When we were looking at them when we came down.
Last vat.
Yeah. These are on my shop.
Yes.
So you can, if anybody wants to see the development of this fish, you'll be able to see this fish by having a look at the short video that I did when they first come in, 2 weeks in after being back.
Mark is saying on the comments, anything is possible, Lee. So I'm actually considering entering myself into the GC category and just painting myself white and red and associating myself as a kawaku. Now, I'm not quite sure what the judges are going to say, but they can't discriminate about that. What do you reckon, guys?
Identify as a guy. I reckon you should do it.
I will. Just in the vat of that, naked, painted. I'd have to win, wouldn't you? You'd have to win. If not, I'd be like, no, this is bias.
Age is 15. Mate, that'd turn that pure Magoy within a day.
They're marking again with 310. This is better. This is what we should be seeing.
Still not where it needs to be, guys.
No, I'm just going to go for a little wee, guys.
Right, so, you know, I will say I'm not giving these fish. These fish are too special to give away, guys. So, you know, we're not where we should be. Imagine, Gaz, when this blackens up.
I know,
and it will. It's not going to be long before it really goes.
It'll look better against that Ginrin on that Benny.
Imagine the French Benny with the gin in it, mate. You know, that is like just exceptional. It's going to be exceptional, mate. You know, and the body again, the framework of it's going to be a fucking big fit. It's going to be not necessarily like 80, 90 cm, but it's going to pack. It's going to have so much mass. It will look absolutely fantastic. And in a couple of years' time, mate, it's be a completely different fish.
It's got a nice little. I like that. I like the. It's got a strong head pattern on it.
It's got a strong head.
But that opening just behind the back of the shoulders, I like that, mate. That looks. It just sets it off into that more delicate pattern for the rest of the body.
Well, it does because you've got that cut that comes in over the shoulders, like as we're looking at it now. That bit adds the balance to the pattern. You know, if that bit over the backbone wasn't there and that was solid, and that wouldn't look it would take away from the fish. I just think the balance of the pattern on this is absolutely, you know, to die for. If I'm perfectly honest, I'm not a massive Goshki fan. Oh, that's mint.
If anybody wants a garden gnome, always buy them with an AK-47. How cool!
Garden defense.
Right, did you paint it yourself?
No, I'm going to put like a couple of parachute regiment cap badges on there.
And your Tafaguchi badge?
No, they're just paratrooper gnomes.
So yeah, back on here. You know, I'm not a massive Goshki fan, if I'm honest. It takes some special for me to enjoy it. Lee had a really, really lovely fish that I really, really did enjoy. This one, I believe, will be as good as the one that was in Lee's pond last year. It's got the ability to do exactly that. Is it a show fish? 110%. 110%. You know, is it ready yet? No. But when it is ready, it will be a contender. That you know, I hand on heart say, if it does what I expect it to be, it'll be something that's worth having in a show vat if you're that type.
Yeah,
you know.
I do like them, me mate.
So it's with Alan Kerwin at 140. Aid is out. Let's get, you know, I'll give it another few minutes because.
Well, you give it a few minutes. I'm going to pop to the little boys' room.
Have you got a little boys' room?
Yeah, it's quite next to the big boys' room.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough.
Oh, he's gone. Thank God. No offense, Gaz does my nutting. Like, I like the guy, but mate, he's so boring. He could put a glass eye to sleep. I'm so glad he's gone. Oh, mate, I hate the pal. I hate the dude, mate. Honestly, I go on his live every now and again because I like Daz and Ricky and you and stuff. But like, yeah, I'd rather Gaz not be there.
But I'm just thinking back, mate. I don't recall seeing any Ginrin Goshki when I was out in Japan, if I'm honest.
Yeah, Hiroi was literally sold out when he made like, yeah. We normally get most of the Ginrin stuff from Hiroi, to be honest, but it's because, like, obviously, yeah.
Well, to get invited into the location that we did, Lee, or did, it's.
I can't remember this day. When was this day?
So you have Matsue Kahaku in there. You had this.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know where it is.
You're with me now, yeah?
I'm with you. This is where this has come from. Yeah, because I was thinking to myself, where did that come from? Yes. Now I understand. Yeah, and it is a secret location. It is.
So
yes.
I've had to be fairly, excuse the pun, but coy in how I've explained it. So I
yeah. So yeah, it is. It's actually the location where this fish has come from. Actually, do select fish from all over Japan, and they select very good fish because they're not a breeder. This place is actually a dealership in Japan, in Ojiya, I think it is. Okay, so they obviously it's actually quite a small facility, but they actually get very high.
It was clinical, wasn't it?
Fish.
Clinical in there, wasn't it, Lee?
Very clinical, yeah. Very innovative, to be honest, mate. Their little establishment was quite cool.
You know, little photo booth area.
Yeah, no, I know exactly where it is now. Yeah, because remember I wanted to get one of the little carbon fiber. Oh no, we don't sell those. I was like, oh god, if it wasn't in Japan, I'd steal it. But you can't do stuff like that in Japan. You just can't. You want to be like Japanese when you're there and trustworthy and lovely. And
there's no movement at 450, so I'm going to put 2 minutes on, guys, because we have got some fish to get through. Well done. You obviously did reach a reserve. Otherwise, I wouldn't put a 2-minute bid on it. I'd just take it off. So, you know, we are selling at that price. I still think it's slightly undervalued at that price, if I'm honest. But I'm not complaining. You know, I'm happy to sell it at £450, guys. I think. I'd like to know who Alan Kerwin is. Again, I think we've got a few new people in the off of the back of the marketing I've been doing on this.
Alan Kerwin needs to put a mugshot on your thumbnail for next week. I want to see him. I mean, Alan Kerwin, the name reminds me of what's the crocodile hunter's called? Steve Irwin. It might be kind of distant relationship.
Yeah, I'd like to see whoever takes this fish. I'd like to see this in a year's time. You know, it's like I'm very keen to see where the fish that we sell, where they end up in a year's time. I actually want to build a little portfolio so people get to see it, and I can use it to help explain the development of koi as well to everybody. You know, that's one thing that I really want to start pushing over the next year or two is feeding back like I've done with the Shiro. I want to do that with other varieties as well. So We got 20 seconds. Ten seconds, I might let it run for another minute. See, look, right. I just had another bid in. You can't get any closer than that. But what I do is I restart the clock, guys. So,
Alan's back in.
So there's no stealing.
15 quid increment. Go on, son. Last of the big spenders. This guy's had a good month in work. He's had a bit of a bonus. Boom.
Well, you know something though, mate. It's like, it is worthy of every penny of that, and more actually. I personally believe more.
Mate, no offense, mate. When I'm in an auction, if I want that fish, I'll just collect 5, 10. Boom. Smash everyone out. Just destroy their will to live.
There you go. I want it. There's my dollar.
Yeah, just like my friend in Japan.
Yes.
Narita. Yeah, boom. I'll have it. 2 million yen, thanks. Show me your power.
And then pays on a big cardboard check.
Yeah, just don't just destroy people's will to live. Show people what you want. I want that. Boom. I tell you what though, I know this is your one, but on Sunday when I was bidding for that Maritan Kawaku, I am gutted I haven't got that fish. Oh, here he is. Standards drop. Hope you wash your hands, pal.
I did, mate, yeah.
Good.
And I had to have a chat with me. Yeah. Tell you later.
30 seconds.
You had to what?
Guys. Oh, we're back in. Richard, new bidder.
Oh,
no,
he's gone up to 15 quid. Well done, Richard.
Look at that.
So
This
we
one's
started again.
I like that. If someone's got some real Kawakus, 510. Boom. Have that. Narita Ryuki.
Well done, Kev.
Pay on a
Alan
cardboard check. Oh, Alan's back in. It is going up to 15 quid now. No, it's not. That's a tenner. Okay.
We've restarted the 2-minute timer.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know I'm meant to be selling, not buying, but mate, honestly, I'm just talking to like Koi Addict 33 now. You don't know what it's like when you go to Ryan's facility. Like, we buy the fish in Japan and then they come back and I see him again and they're like old friends and it's hard to leave them go. It's like pets, aren't they?
Just looking at all the comments, Gaz is going for a Maryland cookie. Clearly gone for a number 2. No, I had to have a chat with my son.
I like it when there's a 2-horse race. I really,
I like it, but if someone really wants it, 510 is the magic number. No one's going to beat 510. They're going to
straight in, yeah. That's a strong bid, isn't it? Come in 510.
Show us your power.
It's only what you'd spend on Thursday night in pub.
£100. £100. 1 minute gone.
I really want to go for a carp fishing session. Hey, listen, guys, if there's any real good carp fishermen out there, actually, do you know what I'm thinking about doing? And I've said this before on a live a while ago. I actually want to do a couple of videos with really, really experienced carp fishermen on their own syndicate lakes, just so I can get on there for a night, and like do a video and like learn something from them, and then go to the next one and the next one and the next one. So eventually I get bigger than Corda and become a millionaire.
You want to do your own version of Gone Fishing?
Oh, mate, and I'll call it number 1 carp sessions. Ooh.
Oh, we are. There we go.
Sold. Alan Kerwin, well done, mate. Let me just put the details up for you, buddy. Thank you for that. It's really good to see someone getting behind the fish. Really, really pleased me. Thank you. So just give the store a call, 01462850822. Reference for that fish, mate. It's a Ginry and Goshki. I don't know what number it was. Let's have a look.
It's the only one of the night, so
Yeah, the only one. We tend to not really use the reference numbers because we know he's one of them. So absolutely banging on. I think that everybody would agree that was a good little battle there.
Is a nice gosh.
Yeah, well done. So let's have a look what we got on next.
Sankey.
Okay, again, there is a reserve on this, guys. I think people will understand the reason why. Oh, that's out of... That should go there. Sakai Fish Farm, high quality Sankey, Nisai at 48 centimetre, starting bids at £300, guys. Serious fish. It commands a starting price of £300, the size of it for a start. Secondly, it's from one of the best breeders in the world. So the sumi on this fish is not my style, but a lot of people do like this style of sumi. Very linear, and it's still coming. At the beginning of this season, like the sumi was quite well down on this. It's only over the last 6 to 7 weeks that it's really come into its own. Come up really strong, extremely thick. We are going to see a decent sized bird in it. I like its little button nose. It's got tejame. It's got a very good benny plate all the way through. You know, it's a good Sankey, you know, from a very respectable breeder. Size wise, you know, 48 centimetre for a Nisai. I think it says it can grow. So I'm not going to keep this up long because I'm aware of the starting price. You know, some people might not see the value in it, but I'll keep it up for 2 minutes. If I don't see anything come on, I'll move on to the next fish. Guys, any thoughts on this one?
It's one hell of a fish, mate, isn't it? 48 cm Nisai. That's a good sized fish, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah. And again, like you say, mate, it's not so often you get to see a good example at a Nisai like that at 48 cm. In right pond, as Lee always says, with the right food, there ain't no reason why end of this season that couldn't be pushing 60 plus.
To answer the question, mate, as long as you need, pal. What we've got to be mindful of is that the longer that we hold the fish are risky. You know, I'll happily guarantee it on death, but it would only be replaced with fish, not a refund, mate. Just so you're aware. Darren's in at £300. The reserve's not met at £300, guys, just so you're aware. What do you reckon, Lee?
Sakai Fish Farm. It's got the minerals, you know. Yeah, it's a nice fish, mate. It's not the style of Sankey I go for. I like a few steps of belly, a few dans, and less sumi. But
you know something, Lee.
Oh yeah, no, that's not.
I'm just going to explain on this fish, mate. It had that, right? But when the sumi come, I mean, you've still got to expect. There's still a young fish, all right. So what you've got to remember is that the sumi is not finished on this, and this is where Sankey become a little bit more harder to predict. So that is currently in the blossoming stage. It's still going to.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's just this is a personal preference for me. I actually quite like the button nose. I like the face pattern. Do you know what I mean? It's got the tejame come in and all that kind of stuff. It's cool. But for me personally, but everyone's different. It's got a bit too much sumi. I like the fish, but it's not for me. Do you see where I'm coming from?
100%, mate. So, you know, again, Sankey are one of them sort of fish that
Marmite. They
so
are
many. No, but there's so many different variants.
Different variants, yeah. You know.
What I will expect for the sumi to do on that, and I mean, let's look at the quality of the sumi straight away. You see how jet black that is. That is absolutely fantastic quality, as is the belly plate throughout the fish. Extremely stable. The sumi in the middle, if you took, what I want people to do is strip the sumi out of that fish and then look at, you have got a 4-step or under 5 if you
have
a nose, right? So put the sumi back on, it's come between the dans, right? But we expect that to pull back a little bit more across the shoulders will come as well, breaking that big dun up at the front. Again, a young fish at 2 years old, still 2, 3, 4 years development left in this before you get the finished article. So if that sumi retracts back, which I expect it to, it will start to break that pattern up a little bit more. So again, it's about having that forevision, and I think it's an interesting piece with more body as it opens up. That brings the shiroji on down the flanks into play. Again, it's going to change what the end result of this fish looks like. You know, you've just got to have that forward vision, which is why Sankey are extremely hard fish to understand.
Yeah, and my limited interaction with Sake Sankey is the sumi does contract a little bit from toesai to kneesai. I haven't really kept any Sake Sankey from kneesai on, but like it's sake as well. So do you know what I mean? It's got the minerals to grow big, you know, nice body on them and stuff like that. So yeah, 100%. It's got a lot to do, and for the price, for the starting bid, you know, it's a bargain, isn't it? Really?
No, mate, it's a bargain at this price, isn't it?
It's a bargain.
I'm going to put 3 minutes on the timer. We haven't met the reserve price, Simon, just so you're aware. So if you want it, you need to bid yourself up, mate. And if I'm honest, I don't think that's unfair to do that. I personally think this is a fucking nice fish, if I'm honest, mate.
Yeah.
Do you need to get off, Gaz?
I think to be honest, mate, I'm gonna have to apologise, guys. I'm gonna have to step out. My son's just had some bad news, and the only right thing to do is to be there for him as a father.
Yeah.
So,
well, you don't need to explain it, mate. And thank you for joining us, dude.
Yeah, sorry, and I shall catch you on the next one. I apologise for stepping out, but family first.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, mate.
I'll catch up with you later, mate.
See you in a bit, bud.
Ta-ra, buddy. Not quite there yet at 370, guys, and I think that gives you an idea of where my minimum reserve price is going to be. We've got 1.5 minutes to put it on. Exactly. It's not a small fish. 48 centimeters is not a small fish.
When did these come into the UK?
I got this last year, Lee.
Yeah. The only reason I say that is because I want to know the development, what's happened in the UK to what it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so.
Well, the sumi was right down on it, number one.
Yeah.
So it gone through the baby sumi part. A little bit of sumi showing. It's just blossomed in the last 6 weeks.
It's not so much the sumi and stuff like that. It's just like where it's been, like, you know, obviously in a shop, it's not going to really be fed to its potential.
Totally not, mate. Yeah, totally not.
This is what I'm saying with the body. Like if it's just come from Japan, I would be like, But because it's been in your establishment for a while and actually not fed, because let's put it this way, you've got so much stocking in there, you haven't got the facility to be able to pump the food in.
There's not many dealers that do, Lee.
No, of course it's not. This is what I'm saying. So like the body's not there yet.
Ponds to fill.
So much pond that's going to blossom.
56 ponds, and when you work
you can see
out
the backbone there. You can see the shadow of the backbone just at the start of the dorsal fin.
Yes,
so
yeah, it's got plenty of room to grow.
It just needs that environment, doesn't it? 100%.
Right, got 10 seconds, guys. Any more bids? Okay, so that's not sold, unfortunately. Reverse reserve price wasn't met, guys. I do apologise for that. However, totally understand. It'll go back in the shop. It's not a bad thing, really. Thank you, though, those guys that did put money on. I appreciate that. Right, on to, I think, the piece that most people are waiting for. If I'm honest. The fish does the talking. It's an extremely very high quality Akamatsuba from Otsuka. It is as clean as a whistle. I'm just gonna, where have I put that? Oh, I did have a picture of the scalation, but I think it sells itself.
You don't need to put a picture of the scalation. That's pretty obvious there, isn't it? Really,
outstanding is the word for this fish. This fish is of the highest quality when it comes to an Akamatsuba. It's scale perfect. The reticulation is exceptional, and I mean very exceptional. It's got everything that you want from an Akamatsuba. Just look at just look at them scales. I've fallen in love with this fish, and I weren't sure whether to put it in the auction, but there seemed to be quite a lot of interest. So why not? I seen one go the other night that was a Tozai that wasn't a scratch on this fish at the moment. So, we're still not at, Marcus, we're still not at the reserve price. I've got to put in a decent start price in order to get a little bit of traction going, right? But if you want this, you've got to put on it. Everybody that's seen this fish today was mesmerized by the scalation. There is, for me, even if you entered this into a show at this size, I think it would be a contender in its variety, if I'm perfectly honest.
Phil, I know you're talking about me, mate. Phil's seen my scalation.
So currently at 300.
Well done, Colin. Man of my own heart. Boom.
What do you reckon, Lee? You like the Akamatsuba? It was something that caught your eye the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah, mate, this Akamatsuba, mate, it's from Otsuka. So I've seen many Akamatsuba in Otsuka. I've seen Akamatsuba in Otsuka from 15 cm to 75 cm plus, probably. And the one real amazing trait on Otsuka Akamatsuba is the head when it gets older. You can't really see it in this fish because it's only, was it 40? Hang on now.
What, the size? 30
it's 30 cm, right? So this fish is 30 cm. But when these fish get bigger, they get literally jowls. They get jowls and they look like a pit bull. Like literally, they are amazing. And to be quite blatantly honest, the scalation on that fish is really, really sublime. It's really nice. There's nothing really bad to say about that fish, to be honest. It is very nice. And it comes from Otsuka, which is probably one of the best places in Japan to get them from. And he's really, really, he loves Akamatsubas. Otsuka does. And I can remember the day, I think, did you buy, I know you're saying it's just Nisai, but you bought these as Tozai, didn't you? That day.
It is Tozai. I was sort of looking back at what it's probably Tozai, in honesty, thinking about how they work it out. But
I would say that's Tozai at 30 cm.
It's sort of like, I was sort of looking, it's like right there, but that it's dead weird because like a year and a half is still classed as Tozai over there. So I was sort of on the brink. So really, it probably is a Tozai.
But anyway, that is a lovely thing. And the thing is with Akamatsubas is, you've got all the traits there. You've got Otsuka one of the best. You know,
Well, look at the head on it.
because of the face. Yeah, the heads are like, honestly, they're literally like American staffs when they get bigger.
But look how clean that head is, mate. It is.
The head's nice and clean. Yeah.
No.
I liked about
It's gone.
The other fish on the other auction on a Sunday is just the coloration for me. I really like that the deeper color in it. But you know, like I said, that's just like a necessity. The shade of the Akamatsuba is literally perfect. Is personal preference, but that, you know, you can see
as that fish develops and that bukkering comes into play. All right, you've already got the foundation of what this fish is going to do. Okay, so you can see I have never seen an Akamatsuba of this age at this quality. It really blossomed over here. When I first got it over, it weren't as good as this. It just started to go, and I kept it out the way, and I've just been watching it. And my God, man! Again, imagine this at 70 cm, right? It is literally so symmetrical. The reticulation in that, I can't see one scale on that fish. And as I'm watching it now, I cannot see one scale on that fish that is out of place. It is picture perfect for me. You know, you tell me if you see anything, and I'll put my hands up. But to me,
it's a good fish. It is.
Absolutely
stunning. It's really nice. Yeah, it's a very nice example.
Well done, Mike. That's how we do it. Get it on.
Mike's not messing around. Well done, pal. It's all about the cojones. See, Mike will get this now. Bold. And that definitely comes with a pond bomb.
But we've still got Colin and Marcus in, so you know,
Mike's just blown them away. I don't know. I got a funny feeling Mike's.
You know, I'm probably going to kick myself because this potentially could be one of them fish that I could have held on to and have
you could have put that in your
gems.
You could have put that in a perfect show vat in the national.
You know, I still can because it's still my fish at the minute, mate.
Maybe Mike will lend it to you for the show.
So Marcus is out. Thank you, Marcus. Yeah. Fair play to you, mate.
Marcus. I've seen the state of your electrical equipment.
What size one go out to, Lee? 24,
What's
30.
That?
Size one go out to 30, yeah.
Size one? No,
35.
Size one's 15 to 25.
15 to 25. Okay.
And then what's this? 30.
This is size 2, mate.
Yeah, so 25 to 30. That's right in the middle of like size 2.
Colin's back in at 650.
Oh, Colin.
And Colin's seen this fish today.
Oh, Colin, you've gone up in my world.
I am so mesmerised by the pattern on it, mate. I sit there. You know, one thing we're looking for. So, just to explain reticulation, it is what people call scalation. But the reticulation is the symmetry of the scale as it goes down the body. You need to try and the fish needs to be very symmetrical both sides, right? The first part that you look at on that is over the spine, and when you see the scale going over the spine there is not one either side of that is out of alignment, and that in itself is an extreme hard thing to achieve for any fish, but for one that needs to show what it's about, i.e. the Akamatsuba, they tend to stand out like a sore thumb when they are. This fish to me has literally got it all, you know. Again, with body, with length, and with the fuca in development, which is the skin that grows between the scales, that honeycomb effect that you're seeing now will only be intensified. Absolutely stunning piece. Somebody else is on. Boss, I'll collect me P45 tomorrow. Just letting you know. 650. Mike, any advances on that, mate? £10, another £10, mate. Increment bid of a tenner.
Phil, you better shut up in those comments, mate, because I'll drop you right in the cesspit if you keep going.
What's he been putting?
What has he been putting? Oh, yeah, you can't put it in the national 30-day rule. And I was like, that, you're such a Karen. And then he's laughing. And then, but what everyone doesn't know is my koi boot sale, he's sneaking his way up on Friday to have the first little look. It's out now. It's out now.
Well done, Mike.
Well done, Mike boy.
Carl, what I will say is, mate,
boom.
This fish, you want to up your quality in your pond, mate. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm excited for whoever gets this fish tonight. Please show me the development of this. I really want to see this as an adult. You know, if I had the money, and I haven't got the money, I would have had this fish. You know, unfortunately, I spent it on another one. I've done my budget this year, so fantastic, man. I'm mesmerised by it, mate. I could watch. This is one of them fish that I could watch all day. It takes me back to when I first went to the National, when there was a kajaku that had the same sort of honeycombing on bigger fish. But my God, I got pulled back to that pond every single time. Every single time, and this fish gives me that feeling. So you know, when you see a fish and you fall in love with it, it's one of them. You look at it and it just sends me to somewhere else. You know, and you don't get. Was this
the Akamatsuba that didn't have an anal fin?
Shut up, you fucking idiot! It has got an anal fin.
I can't see it.
Well, you won't.
We'll take your word for it.
There's one for you, mate.
I'll never retire, Craig. I will come back with vengeance. I'm just bored of my fish. There's always a better fish, mate. I just go back to Japan. I need to get some more money to be able to afford to give like Odekan his lemon sours.
Colin, are you still in? Come on,
and
son.
I'm renting a motorcycle this year in October with me and Baba is going to be cruising around the hills on bikes.
When are you getting your bike finished?
The exhaust at the moment is getting made for me by kind of like, not a mate, but someone I know. Do you know what I mean? Because I haven't got a TIG welder at the moment, so I can't really do it. So, yeah, it's been there for about a week and a half. He said it's going to be about 2 weeks, but I'm just being quiet, really, because I'm still doing my garage. I painted the floor the other day. It's all proper nice.
Colin, are you still in, mate?
Yeah.
Got one more.
I won't be moving to Japan yet. I can't leave... I can't leave the family, unfortunately. I might take him with me. But if my mum goes over there, she'll have so much sexual... No, I can't even talk about it. Oh, there we are.
Is Colin still in? He didn't text me either. Fair play to you, Cole, mate. I'm sad though, mate, if I'm honest. But I'm going to sell that for Mike Savory for £710. Mike, thank you very much, mate. You're not going to be disappointed. Like I said earlier, please keep me updated with the development of that koi. It is absolutely banging. I do believe you're a new bidder, mate. So just to run through some of the stuff we have to. And deliver anywhere for an extra 25 quid, or you're more than welcome to come down to store and collect. I'll give you 10% off anything that you buy in store and livestock, mate. Not a problem.
And a free pond bomb.
And I'll give you 10% off a pond bomb as well, just to shut Lee up.
Oh, so you have got them in stock?
Well, I have put an order in. Yeah, give us a call, mate. I don't think I'm going to be sad to see that one go. That's one of them that I'd love to have seen. And I found the close up now. Don't do it any justice on that picture, to be fair. On with the next one. Final one of the night, guys. Obviously, this is a reserve fish, reserve price again. But before we do that, let's go through. I've done them ones, done that one. Congratulations, mate. Mate, it's getting late. Jigs in there. Fantastic koi aid. Amazing koi from Colin. Thought it would get that, but strong bidding. Congratulations, mate. Right then.
Let's get back on.
Omasako, very high quality Shiro Atsuri. Come to me in December of last year. The Sumi was nowhere near what you're seeing on screen now. Starting bid of £300. There is a reserve on this as well, guys. It is Omasako. Obviously, Lee, you've been there recently, haven't you, Omasako?
The
best breeders.
I've seen this as a Shiro, and he was very impressed.
Yeah.
Do you remember it when I walked in? He was like that. Oh, Sugoi. He was going to use it as a parent koi. Omasako said is amazing. Fair dues. He is good. Mate, I was so hungover that day.
So looking at this fish, the Sumi I think it was either 4 or 6 Omasako at Nisai that I bought. The Sumi was well down on him, which was obviously not a problem to me because Sumi comes. Right. One thing I want to do on this fish is point at the sashi line, which is what you need to look at when you're looking at Shiro Atsuri anyway. It is very, very prominent and deep, which means that it's only going to get stronger in the fish. Right. Sashi lines are extremely important in the Shiro Atsuri itself. It's a 54 centimeter fish. The head is extremely clean. I've not fed it anything other than the normal diet of sake that we do, balanced diet in the shop. And just looking at the skin on the head, it would indicate to me that this fish is a female. I didn't sex it, and I probably should have done. But I'm not going to guarantee it, but just looking at that, because male fish tend to have a yellow head. And I don't mean you can see it's got a slight tinge to it, but it's going to have in time that will really whiten up. An extremely strong Shiro Atsuri pattern. You've still got a little bit more Sumi to come on it, as I said. However, it's not heavy anywhere, which means that the balance is there, even into the tail. With regards to the Shiroji, I think it speaks for itself. It's strong, it's deep. And when we look at the body frame on it, for a 54 centimeter fish, it does need bodying out. What fish won't come in from a dealer? But when it does, it's going to transform that fish even further. To judge the Sumi quality, you need to look at the Motoguru in the fin. And you will see there that it's rich, extremely deep, which is what you would expect from Omasako, because he is the best breeder of Shiro in the world anyway. Looking down at the peduncle, you can see how fleshy that is and how chunky, right? Judging by the shoulders, the size of the peduncle, and the size of the head and the mouth, in the right pond with the right diet, like what Lee does, you will body this fish up and you will grow it, and it will look absolutely fantastic. I personally think, again, right, this is a show standard fish. You will get it there with a bit more body. Lee, over to you, mate. I've spoken up.
Yeah, Omasako fish is good. I've only owned one Omasako Shiro, which I actually offloaded to my mate Steve for no reason particularly, just apart from I had the DK shearer, which I paid a lot more money for, so consequently it was a better fish, not just because it's DK shearer, because the DK shearer lineage pretty much is kind of like Omosako lineage, so it just I paid more money.
Well, DK lineage come from Omasako bloodline.
Yeah, exactly. But it was just down to literally the price of it, to be honest, and it was just a more expensive koi. Consequently, it was a better koi. But yeah, Omasako, mate, isn't it? It's so shearer wise, you've got Omosako, you've got Okawa. I've had a few Okawa as well, and then you've got DK. But I think in reality, Omosako is probably the king of shearer, aren't they? You know,
well, I don't think there's any two ways about that. 54 centimeters.
I don't think they are. They really do specialize in the variety. And as far as I'm aware, you don't get much. I don't think you get much secondary Benny problems with.
Oh, there's not even a trace.
This is what I'm saying, because sometimes. Okay, so I've got a shearer in the pond now from Sakai. Now that's probably just come from a show or something that's just lost. It just hasn't been born with Benny, but that could come back. But I don't think Omasako really struggles with that much. But yeah, it's a nice fish. It's a busy fish. Do you know what I mean? But again, it is nice. It's a nice pattern on it.
I think it's interesting, and I think it's extremely well balanced. Bit more sumi to come in the tail tube area at the back, right? If that creeps into, you can see it underlying, especially on that right flank as well. But like I said, if you look at the sashi lines, again, that's really going to push through into the fish. I think that it's going to be quite a spectacular fish, and that's why it's the last fish of the night, because the last two fish, the one before that as well, exceptional quality. It
is a nice fish, and like I said, if it was a guaranteed female, you could put a lot higher price on these things. But 50-50, I think that's it's a nice fish. It is a nice fish for what it is. Saroji's good. The sumi looks really good. Motoguru's there. It's from the right. Is this come with a certificate as well? When did you get this one, Krafty? When was this from? Was this from the last trip or?
No, this was bought from October's trip.
Okay. So
I obviously didn't go over.
Oh no,
I obviously didn't go over, but it was offered to me. It was offered to me, remotely. Which is, I was given the pick of, well, to be fair, 16, but it was bowl by bowl, and this fish, yeah, really nice.
And also, like I said, I've been to Omasako. It is difficult to get fish off him because they're so sought after that sometimes they'll just present you with a few bowls of fish, and that's all you're going to get picked out from, isn't it? Really? Do you mean they are? Yeah. Again, it's like in the right environment, that would be a nice fish, because sometimes shearers do nip up towards the back end. They tend to do that, don't they? But that one's actually got.
It's got a very good profile, man.
Sexy. And it's got the pedigree. It's Omasako, isn't it? Show him some support. He's actually got one of my stickers on his door, so I'm sure next year's season's going to be even better for him. And the clever thing about this particular fish is it can swim backwards if you're watching the video.
They're not like dogs, mate.
No, my dog just bloody buries bloody sausages in my couch. Or humps my leg.
I'm just trying to find something. So I do apologise for being quiet, guys. I'm just trying to find something. Again, right, you ain't getting anything like this size for that type of money anyway, guys. Just so you know.
Can you remember we squeezed a couple of T-shirts out of Omasako? Oh, no, you wasn't there. I got a few T-shirts from Omasako, and he goes, oh, yeah, I'll get you some stickers and some T-shirts. And he come back with like black and white stickers, obviously, and then a blue T-shirt with Omasako on it.
Oh, I've got that.
Why aren't they white or black?
Yeah, you give that to me.
I give it to you, my friend.
Um,
And I gave one to Kevin Nash as well.
what, a blue one?
Yeah. I managed to prize 2 from his hands. No, I think I got Ryan. Ryan got one, I got one, and Rob got one, a.k.a. John Travolta. And Ryan, it was a bit too big for Ryan because he's like he's the midget from Game of Thrones, isn't he? So he gave it to me to give to you.
Oh, man, I can't. I need to be able to find this. So just bear with me. I do apologise. I know it's unprofessional, but just give me a bit of grace if you could.
Right, New Forest Koi, come on, get in there. Hang on, Mark Andrews is just put in 500, I think. I don't know if my phone's lagging or not. So 430 and then 500. So I don't know if that's a mistake or anything.
I think we're about where I need to be, what I'm looking for. I've had to backtrack quite a long way in something that I'm looking for. Can't find it. Never mind. There we go. Let's have a look what Rick's got to say. Yes, I agree with that, mate. Very good future potential, mate. That's what I'm looking at. And one thing that Rick does do is breed a very good Shiro Atsuri batch from Omasako parent sets, I think. I might be wrong, but I think that's where he's got, and they are very good. Colin, obviously, Pop's better in real life. That Sumi is ink black. It totally is, mate. But, you know, we can only show what we can show on the screen. I'm going to give this 5 minutes to run, guys. So please get your bids in. And then I'm going to go and give myself a well-deserved break. The Shiroji is excellent, mate. You are right on that, Cole. So 500. Come on. I'll tell you what, Mark. You've bought a lot of fish tonight, mate. I really appreciate that, mate. You know, you're really going to let this fish go for that tenner, though. You know, tenner could be the one that beats it, mate. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to put a timer on it now. 3 more minutes, guys. So let's get the bid in. Lump it on now. I don't particularly want to be here. What we've been on now? 3 hours, 10 minutes. Excellent. So show's coming up a week on Saturday. So you're obviously well in preparation, Lee. Now your pond's been running at what, 18?
I am, mate. I am. I'm still on the same amount of food, but at 18 degrees. So at the end of the day, I just let the fish eat as much as they can. And then the rest of the food that's left, I just scoop up and I stick it into the Tozai pond. Nice.
Are they growing now?
Sake, but I want the fish to eat as much as they can and then scoop the rest out so we don't wreck the water at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? And I'll probably stop feeding them. I normally stop feeding them 5 days before the show, but I feel particularly fruity this time, so I might stop them a full 7 days just to stop that little bit of excrement getting into that show vat.
Well, I'll tell you, it's.
But I might even take myself a pan net just to clean it up, just for the judges. Ooh,
well,
lovely.
You know, we're taking quite a lot. We're taking quite a lot of fish, mate. We're taking yellow monkeys, golden corns, nisai, all the NND, high quality NND stuff's going. I've got quite a lot of Shinoda stuff as well.
Shazza.
Yeah, I've kept it out of the way, so no one's even seen them, mate. To be perfectly honest, so
mate, I've got to say this, and I have literally decided, and I'm serious about this. And when I'm saying I'm serious, I literally mean I'm serious. Next time I go to Japan, every time I go to Shinoda's, I'm literally going to collect his fag butts, and I'm not lying to you. This is the truth, and I'm going to make a little fish. No, maybe a little skit. I'm gonna set them in a little resin block as a key ring with a slight orange tinge to them. So
with a black and white casing
or something. I just want the Shinoda fag butts. But they'd be worth a bomb, mate. Come on, who wouldn't want a Shinoda fag butt on their keys?
It's with Mark Andrew at £500, guys. We're gonna have another 2 minutes and 15 seconds on this. £500 it's with. The reserve may not have been met, just so
I
you
think
know.
Mark's going to get this one.
The reserve.
I'm sure the reserve's met. For Mark, I'm sure. Stop shaking your head, shit. Like, so one thing about Krafty, he's tight as hell, mate, honestly.
I think you'll find that I'm not.
Well, just give it to him for 500 and not give him a pond bomb.
How's about someone else put some money in because it's cheap at 500 quid and the reserve
So
may
wrong,
not.
mate.
It's
You're
an
such a Karen.
It's an Omasako 54 centimeter, extremely good example.
It's an extremely good example, but Mark deserves it. Don't worry about Pete. You're not going to see him until tomorrow morning.
1.5 minutes.
There's a
Mark's
5,
in at
10, Mark,
510.
7, 8, 9. Hug, kiss, hug is in.
Right, I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on now. So 510, just to give that 2-minute ability for that to come back.
Right. Okay, so we've got 2 minutes. Krafty, tell me your favourite little story about Japan.
Oh, mate. My fate, what, a story or experience? Lee?
Experience, yeah.
NND all day long, mate. You know, for me, my first high quality fish was an NND fish. It was a Gin Matsuba. You know, for me at the time, £600 for a fish was a lot of money. And it ended up as herring food, which was really annoying.
Okay, let's talk about your own pond. Now that fish is selling its own. We've got like a minute and a half left. Biggest fish in your personal pond at the moment?
They are around. I've got quite a few around the same sort of size. Biggest, I've probably got 3 around 65 cm.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. What's your pH?
Don't know.
What's your temp?
Temperature at the moment is at 22 degrees.
Any salt in there?
Nope. I've got fluke at the minute.
Oh, nice. How many?
Well, there weren't that many on the slide, but enough to piss them off. But 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. Mark, if you're still in, mate, let me know. Let me know if you're out. Oh, we got Mark and Mark, and we got 2 Marks in it. Marky Mark.
Oh, he's in. Mark,
in.
You made us wait for 2 minutes to put the extra 10 on. Mark, if I see you in the National, you are not buying one of my mugs. That's it. We're falling out.
So we've got another 2-minute time. I'll tell you what, let's do a 1-minute timer. 1 minute. Right.
pH is 7.9, KH of 15. You want to get some, you definitely want to get some Goshki in your pond there, boy.
Yeah, it would. Jet it out, mate. the only reason you know your pH is because you've got your Guardian on it.
Why haven't you got one from Filtration Innovation Systems?
Mate, me filter house is at the bottom of the garden. And I just look at my fish. My fish tell me what's going on.
Oh God! Look, Steve
Right, so
Irwin of Koi.
thank you, Mark 789. Really appreciate that, mate. Is out. Right, I am going to do something on this because the reserve was slightly under. However, I'm going to flip a coin.
Hang on. I'm
Mark.
going to do the same. 1 minute. Wait for me, Krafty. Wait for me, Krafty, because I really want to help Mark out as well. So you flip the coin. If he wins, he wins. If he doesn't, I'm going to do something. Or do you want me to do something first? Can I try to win this for Mark myself this side?
Yeah, you can. I mean, he's called heads, but
okay. No, Mark. This is a 50p piece. If I can bite it in half, can Mark have the fish? If I can bite that physically in half.
Well, is it metal?
Of course it's metal. It's a 50p piece. There we go, you heard it.
Well, why you got to bite it? I'm a bit worried that you're going to fucking break all your teeth, bruv.
Well, are we up for the challenge? Yeah. If I can bite that in half, here we go. Ready? Listen. Here we go. Ready?
Go on then.
Just bit that 50p in piece.
Where's your half?
Huh?
Where's your half?
I just swallowed it. You'll have to find it in the national.
The thing is, Lee, right? You went like that.
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Right, here we go. Heads it is, Mark. In fact, flip a coin, Lee. Flip a coin.
Me.
Yeah, it's called head.
Because you're dodgy. And
Heads
this
is
will
yours,
be serious,
Mark.
okay? So I've got Queens, and I've got on the other side, I've got Britannia. Ready? And this is serious. What is he after?
Heads.
Heads. It's heads. Look.
Congratulations, mate. Lee's done you proud, Mark. You're
You
proud
owe me a
owner of a
cappuccino
new
at the show.
Omasako 54cm Nisai from Omasako, mate.
I
Absolutely
love to win things for
fantastic,
the people.
mate. Thank you very much. I am in so much trouble.
Don't worry about Pete, mate. He's got a soft spot for me.
Let's have a look at the comments. But numbers going across the bottom, mate. Give us a call tomorrow, and jobs are good. Right, I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm a little bit. No, you're more than welcome, mate. It's a very Japanese way of doing things. They like their little games like that. What I should have done was double or nothing, and then I would have been in trouble. Rick, great koi, well done, Mark. Yeah, totally agree. Nice little classic from Mark. Mate, there's too many marks going on there. Absolute bargain, 100%, man. I'm not going to tell you what the reserve was, but it wasn't. It wasn't met. So you're in there, Koi. You're in there, boy. Right, let's have a quick look. Let's go on there. Let's do this bit. Choosh. Right, I want to say thank you first and foremost to you, Lee. You look knackered, mate. I appreciate you staying on and helping us
I'm
out.
not knackered. Are you joking?
You look it, mate.
I've spent 5 days awake in Afghanistan. Once.
Just had a message from someone's SOS for their pond. Yeah, thank you for coming on, mate. Thank you to Gaz as well. And more importantly, thank you to all of you. Really enjoyed that. We're going to keep going. There's not going to be one next week, guys, because I am concentrating my efforts getting all the stock ready for the national. Hell of a lot of work to do next week, and I really can't. I really can't afford the manpower that it takes to put all this together, because it is a lot of work. it is worth it. I like doing them, but it is a lot of work. So we've got quite a lot of fish coming, some of which are quite special at the show. So please come in. If those of you are coming, it's on the end of June, 29th and 30th off the top of my head. In fact, let me do this bit. Look, 29th and 30th of June at the bottom, at the Heart of England Showground. Lee, you're showing on there. Come and say hello. Come and have a look at the fish. Got some extremely good ideas for the show.
Giving away pond bombs.
Well, EA are there. I'm sure they'll sort you out with that.
I'll sort that out.
Come and say hello. Plenty of people showing. Nigel's showing. The saggy of.
Who else is showing? Come on, pipe up. Who else is showing? I'm interested.
I think Nigel's got a saggy and a shower that he's putting through that he bought from us, which would be nice to see. Do you want Tamasaba? We're taking some to the show, guys. So if you want them, come and have a look. And yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that tonight. A lot of fish, 15 fish sold tonight. So it was good. Thank you. Anything from you, Lee, before we sign off?
Oh, the koi boot sale. Oh, God, do that again. Jesus Christ. That's from pulling all those tilly things in the tank, isn't it?
It's lifting them fish today out the main pond.
Oh, well done, mate. Yeah, but like I said, guys, the Sunday after the National, I've committed now. Anyone who wants to come down, come down. I've only got a small gaff, but I got Welsh cakes and a few koi. And I've got quite a few vats. It's going to be like a cool little setup. Krafty said he's coming down. And Ryan and Kevin. Maybe not Kevin. He's got kids. So is Ryan, but Ryan will come down. Probably. Alan Tate won't come down because he's northern.
He might, mate. He's got a week off.
Mate, honestly, if you and Ryan and Alan comes down, mate, you can all stay in my house. I personally wouldn't, but you can.
I mean, Alan's been fairly radio silent today, mate, to be fair.
I know, it's pathetic, isn't he? He's weird.
I thought I might spoke.
He gets periods of Alzheimer's. Mate, come down, mate, on a Sunday. Come down.
Yeah, great little gaff, mate, you've got, mate, isn't it?
Pardon?
Good, yeah, you're a good hostess, mate.
I'm very sugoi.
But anyway, I'm off work tomorrow. So I'm going to have a fucking chilled. I'm going to get out with my pond. I've got one fish with one of my Taniguchi Sanki's got a couple of ray scales.
Yeah, because you got flukes. You just told me.
I know, but I want to put a little bit of treatment on it.
Yeah, okay.
So I've got to do a bit of topic.
Hit them hard. Clean that filter and smash them with a PP, pal.
Well, yeah.
Twice.
Anyway, right, guys, thank you very much. I'm signing off. Really appreciate your time. Keep an eye out for us, like I've said. Keep an eye on Facebook, UK Koi Community Facebook page as well. Do you want cash or cardly at your event? Right, quick.
At mine?
Yeah.
At my event?
Yeah.
I'll take Miridan cookies if you've got enough of them for a yellow monkey.
Okay. I know. I did wonder that, Al. Yeah.
I don't accept American Express.
Right. I've got to look back over this video now and write down who's won what. So, because I didn't keep a record tonight because my tablet wouldn't.
That's why you need Kevin Bolton in the background. Where's Pete?
No, he just watches.
Oh, Pete. Outrageous. I bet he's got naked with his ginger nutsack just floating like floating Benny on a Hirogoshki.
So, right. Anyway, signing off for the third time. Love everybody. You're all
Krafty.
Cricket.
Longest way up.
Shortest way down. Yes, son. Be safe.